Tick loud in the chamber, pressure gets colder. Resla walks in, truth riding his shoulder. Here for the shift, tear the mask off pretenders. Beat drop. He's a fucking monster. Cuts through the noise, pulls the lies in the daylight. Every move calculated, every word's a fist fight. Building new codes, stacking bricks for the future. Turning midlife to gold, cut the chains like a suture. Keeps time as a weapon, each tick is a death note. Lights up the skyline, watch the whole city take note. Not chasing the fame, here to freeze what's molten. Break open the silence, keep the truth ice cold. There's no clock to function. He's the one who dictates every second's a fuse. Watch the skyline detonate.
What the hell? Anyway, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome. Welcome to the panel. I gotta turn around. Welcome to the channel. Wow, welcome to the channel. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Trying out some new things. If you haven't seen it, most people probably won't, to be honest with you. But this is probably the first time that you'll see this new intro that I'm popping up in. I got some other stuff to working on as well. I freaking already managed to break a damn. It's gonna sound really sassy, but I broke a freaking fingernail just trying to get started today for the damn channel. This is crazy. This is absolutely freaking insane. But yes, I get guy rest. I managed to break a freaking fingernail just trying to get started for a stream tonight. Pretty freaking weird. Anyway, we're not gonna let that get into the way. We're not gonna let that get in the way. How you guys doing today? I've been circulating a little bit of the streets. I saw some very interesting things going on, especially on other people's channels. I thought it was very, very interesting. Some of it was a little bit fun, a little bit exciting. Other people, not too much. But hopefully, yeah, not the fingernail. Yeah, it was the fingernail. It's this fingernail right here. Oh, I didn't mean to flip you off, but it is this fingernail right here. That's just crazy. It just really chipped. It really did chip. It's crazy right now how that just worked out. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about my fingernail all night. I'm gonna take this off because we gonna talk a little bit about something tonight. And I want to talk, as you can see, the heading of the actual stream. By the way, love the fact that we have dipped back below into the 800s, not the 900s anymore, because whether it's been people who's been subscribed to me and realized that your boy hasn't been going live, or they don't like exactly what your boy talked about, or the simple fact that YouTube decides that they want to unsubscribe people to try to force creators to go live more often or post more often, whichever you want to look at it, it is how it is. But moving from that, I want to talk about this concept of the fact that we learn when we listen. Now, if you actually paid attention to the thumbnail said something a little bit different, right? So the thumbnail says that we don't learn when we speak, but rather this is why I say it's very important. Not everybody does so. That's why I have to tell you. Sometimes I do things in two steps. So my thumbnail will say, like, we don't learn when we speak, but the actual theme of the show says that we learn when we listen to things, to the point. And we need to talk a little bit about that. So without any further delays, I got some stuff going on. I'm trying to figure out some new things. This is the first time I ever dropped this new intro. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how I feel about it. People are going to come in. People are going to leave, because that's just how people are going to be. To them, if they don't hear anything crazy, or if I'm not calling people out their name already, they're not really going to show up. And I'm good with that. So I would say that most of you have conversations, but honestly, you have conversations that are out of performance. That's really what it is. You guys love your sense of moving around, but let's be honest, you're not engaging. Most of you guys are actually rehearsing. That's the way how I look at it. For at least for a lot of people who I run across, whether it's in the real life or actually it's for people that's on social media. And I'm not talking the feeling safe type, right? For the most part, I'm talking about the people who feel like, I'm going to talk to you. You feel like you're in control. But I always have to say, you should be asking yourself something really serious. When was the last time that you learned something without your mouth running? And that's exactly what I'm trying to get into right now. Because a lot of people are talking like it's a goddamn rerun. I get it that some of us do content, or some of us love to repeat ourselves, or say our favorite mantras, or say our favorite quotes from people that we've heard from the past. But you sound like a rerun. You sound like a rerun. Listening is the upgrade. Talking is not. And it's going to be something that's going to bother a lot of people, especially if you're a person who does content here on these social media streets. And that's why I say for so long now that people stay stuck, because they can't shut up long enough to get the inspiration, the signal, even my last episode, to be able to upgrade. So we're going to talk about real life for a moment. Why don't we just start with everyday living, everyday life? Because, so have you ever noticed that people don't actually listen? And I'm trying to get it away from social media, because I deal with people in regular life as well, besides social media. But in real life, people are just waiting for their turn to talk. Young men, young women, older men, older women, always are looking for that opportunity to talk, but I realize they're not really listening. I've been trying to develop this style in my head where I'm looking at it like chess. And it really does feel like chess, but there's no strategy involved. This is the thing that's really annoying to me, because you're just waiting for you to get a good opportunity to move your piece, whether it makes sense or not. I mean, think about it for a moment. People are venting to a friend, they're venting to colleagues, they're venting to their loved ones. And some people even say things like, work's been killing me lately. Work's been on my mind. It's really been a pain in the ass lately. I don't even feel like I can take it anymore. And before you finished, they're like, man, me too. Let me tell you about my boss. By the way, folks, we've seen this online. We have seen me bring forth topics, conversations, thought processes, my own perspective, everything. And then the moment we get people that start actually popping up online, they totally circumvent the entire monologue, the entire conversation, the entire thought process, the entire thing that would get people to exercise brain cells so they could say, man, you know what happened to me today? I was on the bread line at the local Walgreens or CVS or at the Piggly Wiggly. And because people don't learn, they just talk. That's what I tend to see a lot. Let me move my screen closer. I haven't. This screen has not been close to me all day. Make sure I see you guys. A lot of people spend more time, even though they literally say, even to this day, you have 2 ears, 1 mouth, and yet so many people want to spit out so much garbage, throw up so much garbage, rather than taking the time to use any of those ears, your left or your right, to be able to hear anything that will actually be prevalent. Like, they will interrupt you in the middle of what you're saying to talk about themselves. And then you be thinking to yourself, bro, I wasn't even done. This wasn't a therapy session. This was not a chance for you to be doing your auditions. We were actually having a conversation. And I say that even for real life, not just in the panel world. I can have conversations with people, and while trying to explain to them something that is very important, whether it's to their job or whether it's something that they're even asking information on, they will quickly interrupt and start talking about something else that they either feel like it's an add-on or a defense or whatever. And I'm just like, I wasn't even done. You have no idea where I was going. The same way how I have to say people on the internet, you have no idea what I was saying, but you jumped ahead anyway. You have no idea where I was going. You have no idea where I was going to land this. And keep in mind, as someone who is online, who can tell you that they can long stroke, it is rare that I ever have anyone tell me, Resla, you need to land the plane. Because for the most part, I'm very direct until I'm online. I'm very direct until I'm online, and I long stroke for a reason while I'm online. In my real life, I am highly direct to the point where people look at me and they think that I'm rude. Online, I hear people talk about everything that has nothing to do with anything that was the original part of the topic, even the original part of their topic. They'll start talking about how they want to talk about what was going on with their grandmother, but all of a sudden they're talking about the legs on their fucking thigh. What does this have to do with anything? And that's not for nothing. This is how most people communicate, through hijacking. They treat conversations like it's an Uber ride. They jump in, they grab the wheel, they take it to their destination. In the workplace, it's no different. How many meetings that I had to sit through, that I've sat through, where the loudest person in the room dominates the conversation, only for the idea to be the same thing that the most quietest person said 10 minutes ago. The quiet one had substance, got straight to the point, said exactly what needed to be said. The loud one just had the volume of their fucking throat turned up and didn't do shit. And let's just go into relationships too, because this happens. How many times do you have to hear about fights that are really just two people waiting for the opportunity to rebuttal the moment? Nobody's really listening to understand. They're waiting for their time to listen and reload their mouth. They're just really taking their time so that they can get their fucking mouth watered enough, because their mouth throat is already dry from all the shit that they were saying, to be able to spit once again. Folks, every time you talk over someone, you're locking yourself in the same box that you've been in. Every time you're actually listening, however, you find a new door that you didn't know was there. Most people, especially those who are so self-absorbed, will never understand that. By the way, we're talking about one of my favorite things I like to say to you guys. It is better to be effective rather than be right. But what does it mean to be effective? Here's one of the ways. We're talking about listening. The Olympics of noise is something that I just really can't figure out how to beat. And since I talk about panels, since I'm a person that's on panels, people who do shows, even though I haven't been on a panel for a while, and I've been considering whether I want to do that, jumping into this new quarter, because folks, we are almost in Q4. I can't believe it. We're almost in Q4. Lord have mercy, we're almost in Q4. When we talk about people who are like on panels, right? Panels are some of the loudest proof of the problem that I'm very much talking about. Everyone is fighting for airspace, trying to drop a gotcha. And if they're listening to someone, they're only listening for a gotcha. They don't take anyone as what they're saying at face value or understanding, because people don't get on panels to think that someone else is trying to understand. People get on panels to think that everybody else thinks they know the answer. And everybody's trying to one up each other. I'm like, I have a better answer than you do. That's really what I see. These are the lines that I even see within arguments that happen within chats, arguments that happen within clips. What you don't notice is how repetitive it is. Person A says, accountability is key. No shit, by the way. Person B says, what y'all not hearing is accountability is key. I just swore that I heard her say what he just said, but he thinks he said it in a way that was different than what she said. And then if two people are saying the same thing, then one person definitely must be more either important or more in a position to be able to say something to the other person. And normally this comes down to gender dynamics or relationships or whatever. Or this is what she said, but I don't think that she said it in the proper way because men are more direct. Just to put themselves in a position to believe that they have more authority than what the other person said. And if there's two people up there, two males, then one other man must be more feminine or emotional. That's a good way to try to deflect and gaslight, by the way. You say something, it's very salient, and someone says, you're being emotional. The same way how people come to me and say, you're being rude. No, I'm being direct. The same way someone's not being emotional, because quite frankly, I even had to go through this conversation. Great example. This is a man that says, I'm not being emotional, I'm being passionate. Beans has said that plenty of times. I'm not one to take that from him. You can express passion, and there's no way to express passion without emotion. But the most part that's actually the biggest part that we should be looking at is, why do people see emotion as a negative? Having emotion is not a negative. What you choose to do with your emotion is the key part. Let me say that again for you motherfuckers that don't pay attention, that like to be on these goddamn panels. Having emotion is not the problem. What you choose to do with your emotion is the key factor. The same way how I tell you guys, shit is always going to happen to you as a human being. As long as you draw oxygen into your fucking lungs, life will always happen to you. What matters is what you do when shit happens. Something will happen. What matters most is how you respond, not the fact that something happens to you. It doesn't matter what happens to you. I feel like it's the old days of The Rock. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to you. What matters is how you respond. And I keep trying to drill this thing into your heads for so long in so many different ways. This is why I say it's more important to be effective rather than to be right, because people will double down on being right even when they're wrong, just because they do not wish to concede. They will go down a path of fire and brimstone and take everybody to hell with them just because they don't want to look bad. Seen it too many times in real life and on the internet, from men and women, ant or elephant. Pride, ego. And for you religious folks, I got something for that word ego. It's an acronym that I point out. It's called edging God out. Your ego. You think you are more important than being effective. You are more important. You think it's more important for you to be looking well than to you to even be looking good in the quote foundation and steps of following God. But then at the same time, we'll turn around and just to try to beat another random man or random woman on the internet, you'll turn around and say things like, I'm him. I'm him. I'm Timothy. And I just look at you and I'm just like, this is so sad. So sad. Willing to do anything. We got person A that talks about accountability. We got person B that turns about what y'all need to be hearing is the key of accountability. But person C will actually interrupt both those motherfuckers and say, bruh, accountability is everything. My God. Three motherfuckers all fail. The same script, different fucking decibels. Somebody will scream, somebody will whisper, somebody's in the middle. Somebody's trying to be funny. Somebody think they're trolling, but it's the same fucking message. And the audience, most of the time, you guys eat that shit up. You eat it up. And a person like me turns around and says, we don't see what's going on here. Take a step back. Actually listen. Instead of trying to digest recycled noise. And y'all turn around and look at me and go, oh, Resla, you too deep. And I say, yeah, like I wasn't your girl. But anyway, I am deep. I'm always deep because I'm always trying to understand, and I'm not trying to listen to always surface level shit. Most of you people only go up to the surface. You never go deeper. I'm always looking to go deeper. Ladies, holla at me. Resla Opinionated. Anyway, you guys are always surface level. And you allow other people on panels and other shows and even in your real life to only take you to the surface. Like you've never seen sunlight. You never get on your gnome shit. You never get on your troll shit. You never get on your dwarven shit. You never dig to go deeper. This is why someone like me, and I'm not the smartest person in the world, despite what people try to say about me. It just takes a person like me, and I can go much deeper, by the way. I can go 3 levels deep and unravel your whole shit. Most people don't have me go as far as 7 layers. I can go 7 layers deep to the point where it hurts my own head just to get to a motherfucker to understand exactly what's going on here. And most of y'all, I crush within 1 to 3. Not even gonna lie. And I'm talking about online and in real life. Not even gonna lie. Most of y'all are not as smart as you claim to be, because here's the truth of the matter. Most of you guys get online to argue with motherfuckers. You don't actually get online to understand. You damn for sure don't do enough reading, understanding, or deciphering in order to really be able to say that you have the skills that you claim that you want to have. Can't say shit about me. Resla, you squid, you so smart. I don't. Other people tell me this. I don't think I'm shit because I know that if I did it, you can do it. This is why I say, you want to look at all them books back there? Most of them are communications and self-investment and fucking self-development books. But how many self-development and communication books do you have? That's a question for you. How many do you have? Or do you just manifest and believe that you're the fucking cocky shit and you know everything? How many of you actually do some work instead of just talking yourself into believing that you know something? It's no different from the bitch that comes to you and says, oh my God, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen. And you're like, yeah. How many people have you been with? 57. But you're the biggest dick I've ever been with. And you're sitting here thinking to yourself, that's a fact, baby. You make no sense. The math is not mathing. And it tells me that you fucked up in statistics and stats and on your dick, by the way. You don't got it. Just on the laws of probability, you don't got it. And here's the reality, especially for you guys who love to be dealing with panels. Panels do not, for the most part, create thinkers. What they do create, though, is performers. Nobody grows. Nobody reflecting. It's just all about clout karaoke at this point. That's exactly the way I should put it. Clout karaoke. For one thing, I understand being on panels and even doing panels myself, is that when it comes to panel behavior, people cutting each other off mid-sentence does not mean that doesn't mean it helps them, which it never does, because they already have a narrative, a talking point, but also doesn't help the people that I think should be benefiting the most. And if you've been watching me long enough, then you know what I'm about to say. It's you, the viewer. How many times have you guys heard me say these words? I'm having a conversation with you, but I just want to let you know that I am thinking about the audience. because you're up here to promote yourself and to show your ass. The audience isn't showing their ass. And they need to be fed something and understand why is it that they're hearing what they're hearing. Which is why I try to be very intentional unless I'm literally trying to be an idiot, which you see me do that. But if I'm having a serious conversation, I'm like, the idea that it's not about the argument. It's not about calling each other names. It's about, do you really have a strong foundation in what you're saying? Someone saying facts before they even process what they said sounds idiotic. Repeating a point that's already been made just to sound smart doesn't put you in a position of authority. And you know what? The person who talks the least is usually the person who learns the most. Because while everyone is burning their fucking mouth, jaw japping the whole time, there's the other person who's quiet is stockpiling information. Panels reward the loudest person in the moment. But let's be honest, in life rewards the person who's listening longer after the noise has died down. And I was thinking about this even for that. We're already Tuesday, but I was thinking about that even for the part of this week, things that I've been experiencing and things that I've even talked about here on this channel. Let's talk about the young versus the old. The generational defenses that I keep seeing as I see new people that pop into my agencies and everything else. But before I get into that, I'm going to do something I haven't done for a while. Because I already feel like I'm long stroking. I can get into it. But let me do something I haven't done for a while. I want to thank everybody who's already popped up in the motherfucking chat. By the way, guys, put up a waving emoji to those who are lurkers in the chat, because we know we have lurkers in the chat. Some of them might be businesses. Some of them are other content creators. Some of them are haters who have a secondary account because they made an account. They tried me and they got banned. Just give them a nice little wave emoji to let them know that we see you. We know that you're here. And we know that you're not talking, because we know we see the most consistent voices here in the building. By the way, that starts out with the winch. Hey, mama in the building. Blizzy Blind is talking. He said, oh, you should find someone that's genuinely intrigued or interested in what you're saying, in my opinion. And again, you don't go about, here's the thing about, especially when you do what I do as a channel, you don't go about your way looking for people who are interested in what you're talking about. People will find you because they're already looking for those things. I don't need to look for you. You just need to look, and eventually you will find it. It's the whole Dennis Quaid baseball movie thing. If you build it, they will come. That's what it is. I'm not here to look for people. If they want it, they will find it, because it's the thing that they're wanting. So, but shout out to you, Blind, for being here. OG Dude Dirty in the building. OG Dude Dirty, I'm about to say, he said he sent me here, but I'm the one that cooked the channel, so he didn't send me here. He says, hit the like button. I wholeheartedly agree. Oh, every day it's long stroking. Every day. So what's going on? That Food Stars, it says you shaved. What do you mean I shaved? You my face? Oh, it's been like this for like 3 days now. 3 days I'm growing in. Yeah. I shaved a little bit, just a little bit. Saying you said I look fresh. I appreciate it. Yeah, I shaved like a couple of days ago, a few days ago. So yeah, I had a very important meeting I had to go to, and I know some of the clients, they like to see somebody who look a little bit younger, even though I'm all good and look better than all of them. By the way, in that meeting, I look better than fucking all of them. At 43, I still look better than all of them, even though one of my top directors, he's definitely younger than I am, which I'm like, I always say kudos to you, but yeah, I was still looking better than all of them. Who else is in the building? Oh, CJ is in the building. Carpenter's Journey. You know what's so funny, CJ? When I was building out my new intro, I was thinking I was looking at a whole bunch of different clips and I was thinking like, yo, there was something that CJ did. I feel like I wanted to incorporate it, but I haven't found quite what I'm looking for just yet. It's taken a while to dig through my content, to dig through my folders and everything. But I was thinking about you earlier today. Pause. Like I said, for content wise. Mayo Monkeys in the building. I appreciate you for being here, my guy. Thank you very much for showing up. Says, hey, Resla. Hey, what's up to you, Mayo? You said passion is an emotion. I agree. But the problem that we have, especially when you have people out here that want to rewrite the script for what men is. This is why I have a problem with just men in general, especially, a man does this. Now just show me the fucking leather bound book. You can tell me what men have had to do, but stop telling people what men are. That also goes to you, ladies. Stop it. You never once lived your day, one fucking day with a testicle. Oh, never mind. Because you guys are the only ones who allow other people to turn around and say that they're women. So never mind. What am I talking about? Moving forward. Stack CEO in the building. What's good, my guy? What is going on? Appreciate you being here, because I definitely am seeing about the same amount of people in here, but I am definitely not seeing a lot of different names, which lets me know that, hey guys, do yourself a favor and wage the lurkers, because lurkers are definitely up in here. Dom is in the building. What's going on? Say hearing versus learning. Hearing versus learning is one of the. I agree, but I don't think a lot of people take it to that point. Crazy mama in the building. What's going on? You made it live. We'll see how long you make it live before you turn around and say, I'm listening. I'm in the background. I don't know. I'm making fettuccine alfredo or some shit like that. But I'm listening though, Resla. I'm listening. Let's see how long it goes. Wait. What did you change? You look different. Somebody else saw it earlier. I shaved. I shaved early this week. I shaved for a meeting that I had on Sunday. So that was the only thing I changed. I said, now you feel attacked already? What? What did I do? How you attacked already? I didn't even know you was in the building. How you attacked already? Already. What inspired the first shave? Like I said, I had a meeting. There were managers, shareholders, people meeting up in my central location of NYC. So there was a little bit of a tour between other neighboring states, and they came by to my place, and of course I had to give them a grand tour. And they want a guy who, for the most part, looks very professional in the role, and I am highly professional. So I was thinking, what's the best way for me to make sure that I look crisp, so fresh and so clean? And I looked at my beard and I said, you know what? I haven't done this in a while, and I decided to shave. That's what it was. So I made sure I broke out all the good attire. I broke out all the good cologne. I made sure my foot game was good, my frames were good, my fit was good, and I met them where it was. So, but I had to make sure I didn't give nothing a little crazy. I was looking around. I was looking at the salt and pepper. I was like, damn, and I was looking at some weird stuff popping up, some curls popping up here. But I said, I'm just gonna take it all off, and they could see a little. But not, now it's all growing out again. So it is what it is. Oh, Cellulite, what's going on? What's going on, my guy? So, yo, what's going on? Came in on the word testicle. What the fuck? Sorry you had to arrive on that part, but it is what it is, because y'all ladies are the only one fighting that battle. Imagine that. The gender war is not really as much of a gender war that you thought it was, because the gender war is all about who really is a woman. The gender war has nothing to do with who really is a man. For so long, you ladies have been saying what a man is, be a real man, to the point where we're looking at you and say, be a real woman. I said what I said. You can feel a way about it. Hey, so you should we'll do a whole fucking stream, because for so long, women have been talking about be a man, be a real man. But now you can say, be a real woman. Go ahead and do it. Oh, I already lost 3 people. 3 people say, yeah, 3 people dropped instantly. 4 people dropped instantly. God damn. They dropped instantly. He bashing. And they left. Instantly left. I had 9 people. We dropped down to 5. 4 just dropped out. Just dropped off the face of the earth. Just like that. That is crazy. Keep in mind, we had like 10, 11 people watching or whatever, and we only got 3 likes. And those people dropped like hotcakes the moment they heard me say, maybe you need to qualify yourself. Because this is not a fight that's happening towards guys. And they got mad and they left ASAP. ASAP. That's crazy. I'm just saying. I didn't do it. They did it. Hoover is in the building. What's going on? Holy testicles, Batman. Yeah. Holy testicle Tuesdays, Batman. Absolutely. I wish, you know what? With AI and voice acting and everything, I should be able to come up with something like that. Holy testicle Tuesdays. But I have a feeling it will cost me too much money just to get it done. But I'll keep it in mind. You said shots fired? I don't know. I've said worse in my life. Be a real woman. Hey, that's Caitlyn to you. And Bruce, Caitlyn's Bruce has gotten so much support. So I just let you sit on that. You sit on that. Like Caitlyn has sat on that. And you do whatever you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. It is what it is. Who runs the world? They say what? Who runs the world? They said girls, right? Well, now y'all gotta fight for the title of girls. Since y'all been sold for so long, for generations, by the way. This is how long it's been, by the way. It hasn't been like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You guys have been saying, be a real man like Pinocchio. Boy, you guys have been running that shit for at least, in my years, 30 years. You guys have been saying that shit for 30 years. Be a real man. Now we get to be the point where we look at you guys and we go, be a real girl. Prove it. Be a real woman. How do I know you're a real woman? It's our turn, ladies. It's our turn. Be a real man. Well, if he was a real man, and now we go, are you a real woman? I don't know. If you was a real woman, that's the point that we're at. It's our turn, ladies. Because that fight is not on the male side. It's all on your side. We don't hear about no one taking over our sports. We don't hear about anyone taking over our sports. We don't hear anyone taking our medals. We don't hear about anyone dominating on our side. Just pointing it out there. Don't get mad at me. You can hate me now. But the fucking stats are showing that that's not our fight. And then you guys turn around and say, where's that? Us. We can't. Because you know why? Real men don't hit women, apparently. So you got to fight that yourself. Even they used to be men, we don't hit women. They identified, so we don't hit women. You're going to have to take care of that. Because, you know, for so long, you talk about how much you fought for your sense of equality. You never put on a helmet. You never got a gun, a bayonet, or a rifle. You never had to stab anybody. You never went through bombs. This is your opportunity. If you want to say that you fought for equality, here's your chance. Because right now, it looks like everybody has an opportunity to be in your position. And I know that stings. I know that makes it feel very prickly on the very end of the hairs on your vagina. But that's your itch that you have to scratch. That is your sandy vaginas having a 7-year itch because it has been a while. Us men, we're good. We're good. we're good. You guys have to fight that. Don't say, guys, you need to. We don't need to. You need to fight that. Not on the hairs of my pussy puss puss. That's you guys. See, we used to say the chinny chin chin, but you guys got a whole other fight on your hands. Not on the hairs of my pussy puss puss. You guys gotta fight that. You guys all thought your pussy was gold, but now you got these other women out here talking about they got the Gucci coochie. Manufactured, but costly, always tight according to them. Pussy. You guys need some new marketing because you ladies have been walking around for decades of my life talking about my pussy's gold. I don't know any woman that ever came to me and said that their pussy was average or trash. All of you said your shit was great. And now we got other women that say that they can prove that their shit is great and tight because you know what they got? They got this. They got a receipt. Do you have a receipt? They got receipts. They got Dr. Kill patient that can guarantee because they got a receipt that says that this shit is more tighter than yours. They got a receipt. And not for nothing, that's the only proof of purchase. And you tell me that you're, hey, Hoover, AKM, can you tell me that your shit is tighter than theirs? How can you prove it without a receipt? They have proof. They have receipts. They have a medical board that says that their shit is tighter than yours. How can you disprove that? This is why I say it's your fight. It's your fight. It's not our fight. It's your fight. Yeah, exactly. Where you don't know. Neither do we. Because they have receipts. And I know every time you go back to the store, you can bitch, you can complain, you can moan all you want. But you know what we say? Do you have a receipt? Do you have a receipt? You don't have a receipt? I can't take this because I don't even know if you came back. I don't even know if you got it from this store. You need a receipt. But I bought it here. Go look on your cameras. If you knew about the policies, then you should already know that we cannot just go looking on a camera for any fucking reason. That's not the way how that world works. Just because you want to say, I promise you my pussy is tight, can you go look on the camera? That's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. But we will take this. It says the date. It says who's the person that gave you the tight pussy. It says how much you paid for it. There's a little barcode. There's a little barcode right here that you can scan, and it says the date, the examiners. It'll tell you the doctor. It'll tell you how much the pussy cost. It'll tell you all. Can you say that? Can you say that for yourself? Because there's no barcode on your mama's vagina that says that you are guaranteed to have a tight snatch. Ladies, I know this is the sore spot for you. Oh, sorry, this is the sore spot for you. I didn't even mean that to be a joke. Got her. Got her. Sorry. Sorry, ladies, but they got you. You could turn around and say how much your shit is gold. But how is your quote golden sandy vagina? For you older women that don't, you turn around and say you don't even like men, so your carpet munchers. You say so said definitely sandy. But then how can you say that your shit is great compared to someone that could turn around and say that they have a quote Gucci coochie? And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I literally had someone of that community turn around and call their shit a Gucci coochie because it was made by somebody who is a licensed professional to guarantee, I don't know, that their shit will always be tight. And I said, how do you know this? And they said, because they have to do things to keep it at a certain tunnel factor, because it is an open wound, which means it's always trying to close. And if it's always trying to close, that means there's always some tightness. We talk about hot dogs being thrown down open hallways, ladies, but they're saying that their hallways will always maintain, if not get smaller. That's your fight, ladies. That's not our fight. That's your fight. That is not our fight. Our fight is to make sure that you're legit. Our fight is to make sure that when we do this and we do this, that we don't get the doctor's signature inside of it. Like the same way how when we're buying, say, a Birkin, a Hermes, a Chanel bag, and we have to open up the bag to look to see where the actual designer shit is there. We have to look deep in the bag, and we have to say, okay, there goes the original signature. That's how we know what year it came in. That's what, yeah, because I work in that area. The the fact that we don't have to do that for your vagina, that we have to, oh, you have a crazy mom, but she come like, hey, what's going on? She meet me at a club or something like that, a bar. Hey, what's going on, Resla? Oh, what's going on? Hey, Kim. Yeah, you want trying this? You want trying this box out? And I'm looking at you like, all right. You know what? You talking on that bullshit? Yeah, I'm gonna try that box. And the moment you get down, and I'm like, hold up, before we even get started, stop, open the legs. I need to know. I gotta sound like Joe. I wanna know what terms you want, so I can be all that and more. I want to know what makes you cry, so I can be the one who always makes you smile. I wanna know. That's the only way. That's the only way guys are gonna figure it out. That's the only way the guys are gonna figure it out. Because we don't trust you. So we gotta figure out if you're legit or not. I said what I said. And I'm gonna be that asshole singing that Joe song the entire time. I wanna know what turn you on. Stop. Move the legs. So I can be on that and more. Oh. Is that a signature? What's that? No, that's something else. I want to know what makes you cry, so I can be the one. Stop moving. Who always makes you smile. It's the only way. It's the only way to know. If you're not being open with it out front, it's the only way. I gotta inspect. But there's no way I'm slipping in, because you're the ones that gotta fight. Oh, how do you know? Well, pictures from way back when. They taking hormones and everything early. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing to me. You ain't saying nothing to me. You ain't saying nothing to me. They taking it in preschool, coming all the way up. You ain't saying nothing to me. That's not enough to convince me. Hey, that ain't enough to convince me. It's not enough. You need to do more. You need to do more. That's not enough. You going? I'm sorry. You can fake dental records. You can change your ID. You can't even say like, oh, I'm gonna show you my state ID. You can update your ID. You can update your passport. You can update. You're gonna have to show more. It's not my fault. No, you say that's a snack. You could be junk food. We don't know what we don't know. And I'm telling every guy, unless you're into it, do your due diligence. Do your tax. Do your checks. Do your cat facts. Do the cat facts, because you don't know if the cat is a legacy vehicle or a brand new vehicle. You don't know if you're getting a fully muscle car, or if you're getting yourself an EV. Guys, don't get the EV. Don't get the EV. Don't get the EV. Get yourself an old school muscle car. Unless you're interested in EVs. Maybe you like EVs. I don't know. Maybe you like EVs. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, if you like muscle cars, if you like the old fashioned fuel, if you like the old fashioned fucking lubricant, you do that. In fact, some of you guys might even like the hybrid. You might like the hybrid. That's on you. Some of you guys like EVs, fully electric, fully flat base, fully electric. Some of you guys like hybrids. You like the Prius, anal, but there's a little something up in front. It's on you. Some of you guys like muscle cars. Which one? See, because now we got to update R. Kelly song. It's not enough to just say, you remind me of a Jeep. What kind of Jeep? What kind of Jeep now? Because now we got people out there saying, okay, you remind me of my Prius. Prius, that's kind of crazy. You remind me of my Tesla. Wait, hold up. What do you mean? What do we do? Like, what does that mean exactly? You can't get by anymore talking about just boo-hoo tea. Because as far as I'm being told by other people, that even the quote, many women all are carrying booties unless they naturally had a flat back. Because why? Because it's so easy to get a BBL or any other injections or a fill-in from the back or the front or your lips. So you can't trust anything, guys. Guys, you are in the most Listen, you should walk around with like X-ray goggles because everything is a Decepticon. Whether it's about the intentions of why they're there. I'm just looking for a boyfriend. And they're really just looking for a sugar daddy, a financial daddy, a government daddy, or daddy, or I don't even want to go there. It is what it is. Oh, and you say, look, Hoover, you turn around and you said what? R. Kelly, what? Golden shower, not wanted. Here's the funny part about that, Hoover. What if the golden shower comes from the woman? Then you're saying, oh, probably not that bad, right? What if the golden shower comes from the woman's penis? That's the world we're in today. That is the world that we're in today. And here's the thing. I'm very professional, so I deal with all kind of people. I'm very professional in the industry I'm in because here's the truth of the matter. Money is money. So I am in an industry of money, of goods, of value, of money. So I deal with a whole lot of people, and it doesn't matter where they come from. It matters it's a different world. It's a different world. Where you come from. As long as you got the bread, the only color that works in my industry is green. Here's your chance to make it. Come on now. That's the way it is. That's the way it is in some industries. You know what they say? If you can dish it, you can take it. Just remember, you've been told it's a different world than when you come from. That is the world that we are in today, ladies and gentlemen. You say I lost my damn mind. What did I say that was a lie? Tell me where the lie at. Where's the lie? Where the lie? Where the lie? And keep in mind, folks, I tell you guys, because I love to exercise thought. We've been working our way all the way to this time point for a long time, all the way back to the days when we could turn around and say that we seen comedians, actors dressing up in women's garments. You can go all the way back to goddamn dark ass Wesley Snipes dressing up as a woman. We have been working our way towards this, and we were just waiting for all the technological advances to put us here. Now, we have to worry about what? Because I said it for so long. I am absolutely appalled for some chick to come to me and tell me, you ain't a real man. Can you prove to me that you're a real woman? Because even if you turn around and you dropped your drawers, ladies, and you did, here it is, I'm a real woman. I'm gonna say they carry that too. That's not enough. That's not enough. What do you mean? If I was the other, I would have something else. I wouldn't have this. And I go, that's not true. We're in 2025. It's a new era. They don't have that. Well, how can I prove to you that I'm a real woman and I was born this way and this is what I want and I can have kids and everything? I was like, really? Because you're saying all, according to the arguments and everything else, like, can all women have kids? No. Do all men have kids? No. So how do I know that what you have is legit? How can I show you? Well, there's only one way. I wanna know. What turns you. I gotta do this camera. I wanna know what turns you on. So I can be all that and more. It's the only way. Watch. Some of y'all gonna be laying down with your partner and you're gonna start singing Joe. And I hope you turn around and say, fuck you, Resla. Fuck you for making me think that. Crazy Mama's gonna be dealing with her man. Hoover's gonna be dealing with her man. She gonna be doing the stroke and she gonna be singing, I wanna know what turns you. I can already hear it now. Hoover's gonna be right there dealing with her man. She gonna be doing the whole, so I can be all that and more. God damn it, Resla. I know. KM's gonna be dealing with the guy that she's dealing with. She's gonna be like, I wanna know what makes you cry, so I can be on the. God damn it, Resla. I know. It's all right. Don't blame me. Blame Joe. He made the song. My head is up here. My head is full. Not that head, by the way. My head is full of useless songs. I have a lot of music buried in this skull for no goddamn reason. That's just the way it is. It is what it is. Sorry, but not sorry. And it's all right. Because if you're nasty enough, you could be on a DMX. Just fuck all day, fuck all night. As he said, it was all good. It's all good. It's all right. Fuck all day, fuck all night. Come on, y'all. Y'all know the rest of the song. To all my bitches, to wherever I go. All my bitches, east to the west coast. All my bitches. What do you mean done for the night? You only done for the night 'cause you got that call, right? Didn't you? You got that call. Yeah, I know you got that call. You got that call. Bring your ass to bed. Okay. I got you. But I know what you're gonna be thinking when you're trying to lay your head down. You got your eyes closed, and he gonna be feeling up on your body, Cam. You're gonna be like, I wanna know what turned you on. You gonna be like, what you humming? I don't know. He's like, what the fuck are you humming? Just do what you're gonna do. Like my nipples is hard. You gonna move his head down? Someone can be the one that always makes you smile. I know, KM. It's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna say you was thinking about the Resla stream while you was getting your shit on, but I get it, KM. It's okay. It is okay. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You are forgiven. You are already giving clemency. You are giving clemency already. It's all right. It's all good. You don't have to worry about none of that. It's all good. Anyways, yeah, no, yeah. That's what you're gonna have to say to him afterwards. Just so what was up with that about that music? Anyways, you're gonna have to tell your man that. I get it. It's all good. Don't explain to him that you was up at night and you was listening to this beautiful bald man sing Joe and it was stuck in your head. And at that same time, he wants to get a little bit of rub on and you was humming it the whole time. Explain to that. Needs to come up at all. Just be like, it's just, I don't know why I was thinking of Joe, but this old mind of mine, so many songs up here. So it was all right. It's all good. It's all good. You don't need to explain how it popped into your mind. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, guys, if you're gonna be out here, you're gonna have to have that mind, the mentality of Joe, and you're gonna be singing to yourself when you go up in that bar, blind. When you go up in that bar, when you go in the bar blind, I just want to know when you think of that girl, oh, she look cute. Yeah. Yeah, she look cute. Yeah. And you walk up to her. I hope you have the song that goes, I wanna know, I wanna know. I wanna know what turns you on. And you're gonna stop and you're gonna be like, is this a woman? Is this a woman? That's all. And if you're okay with an EV or Prius, I'm not gonna judge. Look. He already knows. So I can be all that and more. I won't know what makes you cry. Yeah, Rest already knows. He probably sung that shit to his own girl. Yeah, he knows. So I can be the one who always makes you smile. Hey, it's okay. It's all right. Fuck all day. Fuck all night. Shout out to DMX. Hey, listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know. I know they eat it up. It's okay. I grew up listening to music in the 90s, so I know all of the bands from that time. It's okay. Wait. Here's the funny part. She said Woody, but which Woody? Because when she said Woody, the first thing that popped in my mind was Woody from Drew Hill. So I don't know what Woody she's talking about. I was thinking about one of that first Drew Hill albums. Or they say Jazz, Jazz, Woody, Woody, Nokia, Nokia, Cisco, Cisco. That's what I was thinking when she said it. A Drew Hill. Damn, I haven't heard that fucking album in so long. I wonder if I can remember. I know some pieces in my mind if I think about it. If I hear it, I know the entire album is gonna come to me. But I haven't heard the album in who knows how long. You said dumbass junk. Okay, all right, KM. You don't know how many babies were made through drill. I don't know what dumbass junk you talking about. You dirty minded person. Just for that, you gonna get a whole new thing, KM. When you sitting there, because I was talking about Woody from Drew Hill, the actual singer. But since you want to turn around and say not that dumbass, it's for one for you. When you sitting there and you start stroking your man, his Woody, you gonna say, "Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if it ain't good enough for you, babe." That's all you, KM. Anything is possible. Anytime you want to get, let me know. Do your thing, baby. I know it's all you. You're going to clip me anyway. That is your job. You're going to clip me anyway. It's all good. Just let you know that when you clip me, it's all going to be about me roasting you, okay? But you won't open your mouth about it. All right? You mean Resla, you can't read. You said you talking about that dumbass junk. You said you talking about that dumbass junk, and you was talking about instant Woody. Just thinking about you, I'm sure. That is crazy. And I said, I was talking about Woody from Drew Hill. I know exactly what I was reading. Oh, go right on ahead. Y'all better get it now. I'm making sponsors nervous. Sponsors gonna be like, oh my God, how are we gonna sponsor this man? And not for nothing. Keep in mind, folks. I did this stream after I said I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I said by the time I was saying this before, I was saying to myself, by the time I decide to go live, I'm gonna dip back into the 800s. Be it subscribers or be it the algorithm, I'm gonna be back in the 800s. Didn't surprise me. What happened today? I saw myself at $8.99, like it was a goddamn price in a dollar store, Dollar General. $8.99, folks. I said, ain't that something? Here's the reason why. I don't do enough games to turn around and say I can get gamer subs. I don't do enough gaming. Here's my thing. I play games. I just don't think I'm gonna be on. Here's the thing. My community, Resto, is not a community of people who watch games. I wish it was, by the way. Most of these people will not sit here and watch me play video games because you know why? My community is made up of people who like to watch people yell at each other for a living. There are people like Blind who turn around and say, look at these people on these panel and they're yelling. And you know what he does? He breaks out the loop. I ain't gonna hit the panel, but tonight, waiting for tonight. And they get themselves ready. And it's not just him, it's many people. Yes, Blind, I just said it about you. Many people who only go to places where they can hear nothing but, yeah, Jack City. Yeah. I'm happy you said it, Jack City. There's many people. Cousin Lawrence be going to. Cousin Lawrence be going to all the places where they be all yelling. And he be like, yeah, I'm getting hard right now. I'm getting hard right now. Yeah, I'll be going to the place where everybody yells. Y'all don't watch nobody who plays video games, but y'all watch everybody who yell at each other. And I find it highly disturbing. No, you haven't. But you need to be able to say particular things and sponsor particular people just to be able to get your freaking shit, right? And I'm going to tell you that there's no one right now who's watching me because I've already had 2 different sponsors turn around wildly because I never looked at them. But they came to me and turned around and say, "Oh yeah, we were looking at you, but no." And one of them I was like, "That's probably for the best anyway." But the idea is that people are like, "Yeah, we're looking at you," but I'm like, I don't care about celebrities, so I wouldn't care. And the other one was something really weird. If I want sponsors, I want them within what I'm doing about. Because you know what's you know what? We're gonna make an announcement. You know what's the first sponsor I'm probably gonna need for my channel? BetterHelp. A lot of you guys need some help. You do. I'll be constantly trying to get you guys to think. I'll be constantly trying to get you guys to be a part of your own life and not a part of the lives of people constructing for you. Be a part of your family, your friends. Don't be part-time when you're sitting at the dinner table where all you're really doing is watching your favorite content creator at the dinner table and you're not really engaging in those who love you, who have very little time on this earth left, where you're spending your time scrolling. How do you be able to do that? Well, then the sponsor for this is going to be BetterHelp. By the way, I'm just joking. Because until BetterHelp gives you some fucking ass dollars, this is not an official sponsor for BetterHelp. But by the way, you motherfuckers need to be going to BetterHelp. Some of y'all need to talk to somebody about your freaking online addictions to being on different people platforms to watch grown ass men and women. Take women however you want. Men and women arguing over the same ass shit every single day, all day, every day. Get some help. The Jordan meme, stop it. Get some help. Get some better help. Brought to you by Resla. Back to the show. Because trust me, if I was being sponsored, I would create a whole fucking commercial. I would create a whole commercial. With a click of a button, you guys would get the commercial. I would give you guys a fucking commercial if I was being sponsored. But since I'm not sponsored, but one of the first, by the way, if you happen to be watching you, I just want to let you know, BetterHelp, feel free to reach out to me to come get us to put me up for a sponsorship. And by the way, you can be able to do that at WrestlerOpinionated@gmail.com. That is WrestlerOpinionated@gmail.com. If it feels like it's too much for you to write, it's down in the description box down below. Below the video, not below her, because below her is me. Anyway, that's what I want to get to from that part. Anyway, sponsor me. That's all I've been asking for. Sponsor me because, quite frankly, I don't care about. Here's the truth of the matter, folks, and I've been saying this for a long time. I don't care about taking your money. I make money for a living. I don't do this for a living. I make money for a living. So if you ever wanted to have better programs and better things going on for the channel and for the platform and be able to meet new people and to be able to have more conversation with people outside of the motherfuckers you already know. We're not talking about the panelverse. I want to talk about people who are outside of the panelverse. If you ever want to, let's just say a year or two from now, because I don't ever see myself going viral, but who knows with the way how the world is. If you ever wanted me to sit down and actually have a conversation with, say, a Joe Rogan or Joe Budden, it can't happen without proper people putting me in a proper position, like through sponsors that could put me there. Contract specialists who can put me there. I'm not looking to go through all of this just so I can turn around and have a conversation with, even though I adore them, people in the Paranoverse. Because I can do that. If I really want to, I just need to lean into fuck shit, which I don't plan to do, in order to have a conversation with people in the Panelverse. I do not And let me just say this, and this is going to offend a lot of you. And you're probably going to, you lurkers back there are probably going to be the one to say, look, this person. I don't give a fuck about the panel verse. Let me say it again for you. I don't care about the panel verse. I do not give a fuck about the panel verse. I never agreed to it. I've always been doing what I've been doing. And I've been leaning on that. I know people think that I should be more like them, but I don't intend to be. I've never intended to be, and I'm going to run with that. I just heard a cha-ching. What is that? Uh-oh. Resto Chesto up in here with the stop it. Absolutely get some motherfucking help. Get some help. Get some better help. Get some better help. Go subscribe. If I was ever sponsored, you would see the API, the APK down in the description box where you can click, and you will probably get a discount from yours truly that I never got because, quite frankly, I'm not sponsored by BetterHelp. There's no affiliate link, so don't even bother looking. It ain't there. But if I was, I'm just letting you know, people at BetterHelp, this is what people will be looking at because I get people. I know you're looking at about 6 people so far because I'm making a little bit of a transition right now. But as we ramp up for the future, people who I do have a conversation with, whether it is a quote talking point or a narrative or a big thing all across the board, I do talk to a lot of people, whether it is here or whether it's on Discord or whether it's on other people's channels. I do have a conversation. You know what? Something I say all the time, you need to get some help. But if you really want to sponsor me so I can help promote that, so that I can make sure that they can have very salient conversation with me, especially after the show is done, feel free to forward me some information. We can have a little bit of a talk and we can get there. I'm waiting if you're waiting, but I'm not waiting if you're not waiting. WrestlerOpinionated@gmail.com. Once again, WrestlerOpinionated@gmail.com. Just saying. I heard another cha-ching. What is that about? Oh, he said, okay, Zoomer. Damn. What did Zoomer say? What did Zoomer say this time? What did Zoomer say this time? What did Zoomer say this time? I don't even know. Anyway, what was I talking about before? I was talking about, let me go back to my notes. Well, let's see if I was talking what I was talking about. I was talking about ego. So let's talk about the fear. Because ego has a fear, by the way. I didn't say this to much people, but I have to have conversation with people in the background, where it's like Mama, Mayo, OG, and a few other people. But I'll talk about how ego has a fear. And I think that fear is silence, which is why I say a lot of you guys who talk a whole lot of shit, especially you guys who love to get up on panels, have an innate fear. And let me tell you what that innate fear is. That innate fear is about not being noticed, not being accepted, not being wanted. Because this is the heart of the ego, if you ask me. I was talking about people who don't listen, people who do not listen because they can't. People who just want to come up and they just want to talk, interrupt, totally be off fucking message because the ideas take up as much steam and as much airtime as possible, but they don't even realize how much they're killing the vibe and the theme of the actual platform they decided to, quote, invade. They avoid a lot of stuff because it's dangerous, but at the same time, they ruin a lot of people's spaces because they're being dangerous. Let's be honest. Talking is safe. Let me say that again. Talking is safe because talking keeps your world intact. But listening means that you might hear something that makes you feel uncomfortable. You might actually hear something that might make your whole point, your whole narrative, your whole world crumble. And people would rather defend their weaknesses than confront the very thing that will give them an upgrade. Most of you are not interested in upgrading. You will spend time and money and effort of upgrading your technology, but you would refuse to upgrade your mind. Let me say that again. You guys will spend money, fire, brimstone, energy, motion to upgrade your technology. You could tell me about every fucking iPhone, every new fucking laptop, but you do not upgrade this very thing, your mind. That's why, that is exactly why debates turn into shouting matches. That's exactly why it turns into shouting matches, folks. Because that is exactly the reason why I see so many people overtalk. This is exactly the same reason why I see people repeat themselves louder, as if somehow increasing your value. Later, babe. Increasing your value is equal to truth. It doesn't make you more relatable. Let's look at it in terms of relationships, right? In relationships, people yell at the same 3 points, if you ask me, thinking that shit makes them more valuable, thinking that the points that they're making are more valid. You know, when I think about online arguments, no one actually absorbs a goddamn thing. They just wait for their chance to be able to spit on the mic, either before they get dropped or because they don't want someone else to be able to take up as much time as they have, as they could have. The ego doesn't want to be heard in terms of hearing what you want to in order to be understood. The ego doesn't want you to be able to say everything is going to be smart, even though people want to be the smartest person in the room, which is crazy to me. But it's crazy to actually think that you actually believe you yourself, as a lowly human being that's not versed in everything, could be the smartest person in the room. But the idea is that the whole concept is to win, not to be effective, not to be right. Let me say it again. Not to be effective, not to be right, but to win. What is the point of you winning a screaming match if you sound like a fucking idiot at the end of the day? If someone stops engaging with you because your mic is louder than they are and you screaming all kind of gibberish, how did you win if the words that you were using in order for them to be quiet were absolutely insane, asinine, and absolutely dumbfounded? And most of you guys do everything that you can to win that you don't even understand how much you did not make sense to the people who are listening, which is why I also say, folks, I'm always trying to pay attention to the audience. I've been saying that since 2023. All the way, and we're here now. I've been consistent. And so many people that I've run across, I've had to stop them in real time. Hey, stop. Stop yelling. Stop saying that, because I'm looking at the audience. And I've even heard people turn around and say, well, I don't give a fuck. This is what it's. And I'm like, so you're willing to say anything to say anything, because we're not even talking about that. And that is why, folks, most arguments end with nothing, to be honest with you. Most arguments end with nothing ever being resolved or ever being expounded upon or ever having any real factual or conclusionary points or anything that makes people think that they should do anything to make themselves better. Because why? At the end of the day, nothing gets accomplished. This is why I say people will have people will have topics, threads, panels, people they want to bring us specifically for things, for conversations. And the moment they add more than one other person to that particular conversation, it goes away. It goes away. All of a sudden, no one knows what was being talked about. You guys, I had pointed out on a stream, by the way, I pointed out on other people's streams on my channel. I try not to do that because I don't like reviewing other people's platforms. I pointed out me being here on my own platform. I pointed out for me being on other people's platform where I've been in their panels. How much are we going to see the same fallacies and think that this is okay? How long? How long would you keep eating shit and being told that it's a nice peach cobbler? You guys stay eating shit and people keep telling you that it's a nice steak. And because you don't want to look down to see that you're eating shit, you'll just go, a steak. A steak. You guys, you refuse to acknowledge what's sitting before you. But you'll hear and follow what anybody tells you. And that's why most arguments amount to nothing. Because they're there to just only distract you. They're not there to help you think. And this is why this channel, my channel, fails. And I'm going to say it because exactly what it is. It's a failure. But let me also say this. It's not a failure on my part. It's a failure on yours. Because like the way how I've been doing things, like the way I speak when I'm on other people's platforms, I remain consistent. You know who changes? By the way, I realize I'm on the road. You do. You're the only constant that changes. But you're also the common denominator. Because everything I do has been always about bringing forth a conversation, a theory, a pros and cons, and my personal perspective on a particular subject. But it's always been about, what do you think about it? Not what are you listening to and who's going to be talking about what next. I don't care who hits the link. Let me say that again. I've never given a shit about who's hitting the link because even you guys want to focus on that. Oh, this person's always up on your panel. I don't give a shit about that because at least they're ballsy enough to hit it. Even though I got to be very careful about who hits my panel because what's the reason why they're doing it? But my entire time is saying, if we're talking about things that everyday people are talking about, even online, and I bring it forward to you and you can't even think about it, that lets you know how much brain cells you're losing. And if you feel a way about the fact that I just said that because you're thinking, well, Resla just called me stupid, then you're stupid. Because if you would just acknowledge that I'm calling you stupid, then obviously you just been saying to yourself that I've been stupid and Resla's calling me out for it. And here's the funny part about that. I don't want you to be stupid. The entire point of my channel is that we can have a conversation and you can recognize methods and strategies for yourself so that you cannot be stupid when you're dealing with other people online. When you're not dealing with other people in your real life. When you're dealing with your family or other strangers, whatever, that you're not behaving in a way that has reduced brain cells. But if you're following a mindset that just says, I need to be told what to think, what to do, and what's most important to think about, well, you've given away all your power, all your brain cells, all your thought processes for entertainment. And I don't have a problem with entertainment, by the way, folks. I do ask this very simple question. What are you getting back from it? Because it should be a quid pro quo. If you're giving up your dollars and you're giving up your cents, and if you're doing it for entertainment, you should still be getting something back. Because from what I understand, you're giving up more than you're receiving. That's not equivalent exchange. You're spending the most important part, not your dollars, by the way. That's not the most important part. You're giving up your physical time. Your physical time is more important, or at least it should be more important to you than whatever dollars that you donate to your favorite content creators. But you'll give up your time and money and get nothing back in return outside of a distraction until when you go to bed so you can repeat the process all over again. But what did they do? What did they say that could be able to help you level up in life? to help you be able to make more money, to be able to help you help somebody else, to be able to help you in your own endeavors, whether it's business, relationships, money, finance, or just thinking more about yourself so that you can do the things that you want to do instead of working at the place that you don't want to work. Let's be honest, the majority of you do not work for yourself. The majority of you have never worked for themselves. You believe that your entire existence should be you wasting away, making someone else's dream come true. And I'm telling you, you can be more than that. I'm telling you, it's very much possible because I did it. Not everybody's going to be successful, but the same way how there are entrepreneurs who have become broke after having a failed business, banks are more likely to loan out money to those who have failed than those who never tried. I'm asking you to try. I'm asking you to take advantage. I'm asking you to do more things for your own life. I'm asking you to take a chance on yourself. Most of you walk around through life hoping that somebody else will give you a receipt of guarantee. So that when shit doesn't work out the way you want to, you go to them bitching and crying and say, this ain't what you said it was. When the truth of the matter is that on the receipt, it says that you have to do your half, and they do their half. And they probably did their half, but you didn't do yours. I say to people, you shouldn't have to worry about watching me until you can be able to do whatever you wanted to do, and you never needed to hear anything from me that can help you get you there. Because I can at least say for me, even though I work for an employer, that I have worked for myself. And I did it for the better part of 3.5 years, almost 4. And I still work for myself, by the way. But how many of you have been sitting around waiting for when somebody can tell you when you got to be at work, when you can leave, when you can take a shit or a piss, or when you can eat? Paying you just enough to keep you going back to work. Never enough for you to actually be able to thrive on your own. You don't think that's by design. But I'm giving you too much game. I'm giving you too much thought. I'm giving you too much thought. I don't want to hurt your head. Too much thought. Too much sauce. Later, Hoover. You have a good night. Just remember what you're going to do with your guy. And remember what song you're going to hum. Have a great night. Having a boss isn't the end of the world, line, but believing that your boss has your best interests at heart will be the end of you. I have been on multiple sides of a table, and I can see that most bosses do not even remember who you are unless you can benefit them. You're a number, not a person, a number. You're a walking, the same way how these motherfuckers in these fucking spaces talk about walking around with your body count on your forehead. You're walking around with your ID on your fucking forehead. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. You're walking around with an employee ID on your fucking forehead. You do nothing because you're easily replaceable. Do not think that someone else cannot do your job, because here's the truth of the matter. Most people work in positions that anyone can be taught. I know. I've taught and trained a lot of people. Most people's jobs are not difficult. And let me just tell you this, because a lot of guys who think, oh, I've been here for years. No one can do what I do. I'm not replaceable to that. Let me just say this. Doing a job is like going through a recipe to cook. The more you repeat the recipe, the better of a cook that you become. The more you don't have to look at the cookbook. Anyone can be taught. A nutless monkey can be taught how to get into space on a shuttle. That doesn't mean they know how to get back, but they can be taught how to get to space because we used to do it. Think about this, folks. if a nutless monkey can be taught how to fire the engines to be able to get to space, what makes you think that at your job, at your local Kodak store, or the fuck you work at, that you're special? What makes you think that if you are working on an assembly line that you're fucking special? What makes you think that if you're standing at a counter all day that you're fucking special? What makes you think that? What makes you think you're cooking in your life if you do mundane tasks? Because here's my thing. If you're not building and creating and innovating, you're doing repetition. And repetition is a matter of skill. That's something my Filipino professor in college taught me. You do something enough, it becomes a skill. If monkeys can do it, what makes you better than a chimpanzee? If everything you do, every day you walk into work, is the same shit. What makes you better than a chimp? I can get someone who's homeless. If they're ambitious enough, I can teach them to do what I do at a management level. So long as everything I teach them at that management level is repetitious. What makes you think that you are so fucking special just because you draw in oxygen on this planet and you have nothing to show for it? This is, by the way, folks, what I'm telling you that sounds so nasty. This is the reason why people go into thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, by the way, to go for a degree. Because they go through all that nutless monkey training in school. You don't know about a chimp? Hey, blind. Can you fly to space? We'll do it more easy than that. Can you perform sign language? Because chimps can do that. You can train a chimp to go through sign language. If you can't train a chimp, if you can't do what a chimp does for sign language, guess what? What makes you any different? But if I can train you to do sign language, knowing that also a chimp can do sign language, what makes you different from a chimp? What? Your pop stream? What does that mean? You did that part sharing out your pop stream. Oh, resto. I'm just saying, most people can be trained to do any job because it's repetitious. You could be a motherfucker working at fucking AutoZone, and I can bring you into a high level position so long that the role that you use, the responsibility that you use is repetitious. And all I have to do is one thing. Because you're brand new, I give you the same thing that every other company gives you. 1 year accident forgiveness. If you can't learn a task in 1 year, by the way, you can learn a new language in 1 entire year. Especially if you learn through acquisition. See, I don't learn through schooling. I learn through acquisition. But I also know that I need to be in a dire situation. So let's just say somebody threw the hood over my fucking head and they threw me in fucking Mexico, right? If I had to be there for a year, I would know Spanish. Because why? I would acquire the language because I had no choice. Those chimps that had to learn sign language had no choice. They didn't elect to do it. It was that or not get the apple. The best learners, the polyglots that's out there, learn through acquisition. They don't learn through sitting through schools. It wouldn't matter if it's Mexican. It wouldn't matter if it's French. It wouldn't matter. I said Mexican because, quite frankly, Mexico is close. Where's your close French country to me? Mexico's right next door. And you see, it's funny. This motherfucker says racist, right? Let me tell you this about the Mr. Racist. I hired two people who were Mexican, literally last month. That's how racist I am. I literally hired two people, both Mexican descent. But that's how racist I am. How about Mexicans not being the only person that you can actually care about? No, Canadians are not all French. You're the racist now. Not all Canadians are French. I understand you probably heard the term French Canadian, but that's called French Canadian. Not all Canadians are French. Sorry if you didn't get that. Sorry if you didn't understand that. Sorry if you can't see through other ethnicities outside of Mexican. Mr. I'm black, but I swore you was half white and Mexican every other time I talked to you. Just saying, that's what we heard. That's what we heard. All of a sudden, on last stream I was with you on another person's platform, you was talking about how you black. And it threw people off, and I threw my ass off. I know it threw me the fuck off. You black? I know the blind that I've been talking to for a year, and for at least almost a couple of years on my platform. And in other platform talking about he was half white, half fucking Mexican. All of a sudden, the motherfucker said he was black on someone else's platform. And I'm like, I was sitting there like, I didn't even want to say shit. That's why I didn't even want to say shit, because I knew what I heard was bullshit. I just didn't want to call motherfucker out in real time because there were other people on the platform. See, I'll do it by myself. But in real time, I was like, this motherfucker just lie right now? Did he just tell a fib? I'm not gonna call him out though. I'm not gonna call him out, but I know plenty of times he never said that. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. No. You didn't say basically black. You said you're black. There was no metaphorically or none of that. You said you black, motherfucker. There was no basically. There was no I'm practically. There was no I'm inducted. There was no I got a black card. You said I am black. And I was like, mm-mm. And you can hear, by the way, during the stream, I was like, wait, what? No, never mind. I literally stopped myself because I was ready to call that shit out. Oh, I know you be bullshitting sometimes. I was ready to call it out, and I stopped myself in real time. I was like, never mind. Never mind. I cut myself off because I knew you lied. I knew you lied. By the way, shout out to the porch. I just saw you guys actually just raided from the porch. We'll see what's going to happen here. What's good, everybody? What's good, Ron? What's good, Ron? You know what? Since we got people pouring in, here we gonna do. Since we dropped down, we gonna be in the 800s again. In the 800s again, right? Here's what we gonna do, folks. Here's what we gonna do. We gonna let it filter for a little bit. Let's see who else is in here. We got 13 in here. Everybody. Oh, that means no one else wanted to show up. Okay, got you. But here's what we gonna do for the new people. We gonna give some memberships. I'm gonna throw out some 5 memberships. Let's see who gets some memberships. You got Mayo in the building who gets some memberships. Look at that. Mayo got some memberships. Who else got that? Blizzy person in the membership. Oh, I didn't even know that. Snowman was lurking. He was lurking in the background. Snowman, you got a membership. Look, Lex is in here, got a membership. Look, doesn't talk about people be quiet. There's no reason to be quiet. No reason to be lurking. No reason. I see that. Resto got himself a membership. That's interesting. That is interesting. Very interesting. I'll put that out there. Very interesting, folks. Just saying. That was highly interesting. Mm. Yeah, yeah. You up there, never membership. Yeah, another change the card. No, 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 no. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna leave Resto alone because literally last month I cleared up my card and everything, and I unsubscribed to everything. So I literally know that I am not a member because I changed my card up on Resto. So I have to actually re-up on Resto. I actually took myself off. I cleared myself from everybody on YouTube. I cut you out because of that's messed up. That is messed up. Said, now you lying. Now you lying. She said, why you always lying? Stop fucking lying. Mm-mm-mm. You gonna let her talk to you like that? You gonna let her talk to you like that? That's crazy. Don't let her talk to you like that. And you know what? You know what? We got 15 people running up in here now. Thank you for the porch being there. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna drop 5 more for y'all. I'm gonna drop 5 more for y'all. We gonna have 5 more people up in here. So we giving out 10 for today. We gonna give out 10. Who else in here getting it? Who else getting the memberships today? Laughing with me is up in here. Appreciate you. What's that? Who's that? Justin Thompson also got one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Who else is up here? Is that nice? What? No way. Also coming through. What the membership? You said crab. What do you mean crab? What about crab? Now you guys who got memberships up in here. Up in here. But a lot of you guys will be stuck. A lot of you guys are not doing your thing. A lot of you guys have been sitting through, not with this goddamn ego. And actually, let me do this real quick. Let me stop that real quick, so you guys are not hearing that. Because I don't know if you're hearing that or not. Yeah, you were hearing that. God damn. Yeah. Crab got one too. Okay. All right. Because I have to give out membership, but I also know I've done like maybe like 2 or 3 membership streams. But I've been very busy, so I know I haven't really been doing as much. I am gonna start doing a lot of different stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna go on too, because quite frankly, we got people that don't even want to subscribe to me because quite frankly, they only want to see exactly what I've been talking about, screaming, cussing, or whatever. And I'm like, there's other grown shit. Like here's my thing. Yeah, I think I should put it out there. I think it's very important. Do you think it's only grown if you can hear screaming and cussing? Because here's my thing. If you can't get away with a whole bunch of it on your job, tell me how is it beneficial to you in your life? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, most of you guys are stuck. Most of you guys live basically on your job. Job takes up the most hours that you have in your life. So that means most of you guys live in your job than you do in your real life. So that means if you can't use these words, these screaming, these tactics in your real life on a regular basis, on average, which means that you are highly stifled. I said what I said. You don't even have a platform, which you could start because YouTube is free, to start your own, to be able to cuss, scream, and everything that you wish you would do. Because let's be honest, when you're on your 9 to 5 or when you're commuting, whatever, life is pretty boring for you. Until you get your days off, life is pretty fucking boring for you. I know it sounds mean. I just said something nasty. You don't like it. How you gonna talk about my life as boring? How you gonna say that about me, Resla? I can tell you why. Because you spend most of your time circulating the internet spaces. I always that everywhere I go tell me, have you seen such and such? No. Did you see that post from such and such? No. Did you know that this person did? No. Don't be online watching you mofos. In fact, for the people that know that's in my Discord, how long does it normally take for me to actually see the post that you put in Discord? Be honest. It might be a day or two. It might actually be a day or two because I don't live online. You guys want to be on your phones, on your tablets, on your fucking laptops every day, all day. You guys got love online, do or die. Time to see. DM me Saturday night. You and I. That's you guys. I don't live online. I go out and actually talk to real people. I see people. I share oxygen with them. You guys just be living on a screen. I don't do it. And like I said, because you guys damn for sure don't pay me enough to be living my life online, I would never sacrifice myself to be poor or to go broke for you. That would be silly and stupid and everything else above. Look. Now I'm calling people out and they're leaving now. And most likely they're leaving after they got a membership too. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Don't care. You can sit there and complain. And I got a membership to Resla channel. And he was fucking calling me out. Oh, like that. Well, let's see. Was that? Yeah, no, that was Q2. You can eat a dick. It's all right. Hey, by the way, congrats on having a membership. It is what it is. Hopefully, some of y'all can get your internet straight too. I know some of y'all be fucking up on your internet, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're running about 2 hours. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Because I want to get. It is 12 a.m. my time here on the East Coast. What do I want to do? Because part of me, I just want to really chill, relax. I don't know what's going on the internet. I doubt people are online. But I also want to play video games since I don't stream video games right now. But also, I kind of want to know what people are thinking. But I'm not really fully inclined to drop a link because it would just go off the rails and I'm just not into that. I don't know what's the next time I'm going to drop a link, folks. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel very emboldened. I don't really feel like it is beneficial for me to drop a link. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel it would be beneficial at all. And especially as one of the very few, because there are very few of us anyway, Negroes in spaces, wherever space you want to call it, because I've been told I've been like in 5 different spaces. I don't know how, because I never agreed to be in any of these spaces. I don't feel very emboldened to drop links, especially when all I'm going to have is have people come up, jigaboo, jigabag, cracker, or crackhead come up and just derail everything that I'm doing. I just don't feel emboldened to just be opening up a whorehouse for you guys. That's how I feel. That's how I've been looking at things of late. It does not seem strategically bound to do so. Yeah, crackhead. Yeah, I just made that up. I don't feel very emboldened to do so because I'm gonna hear things that I'm gonna know this is not very good, not very beneficial, and I'm not gonna feel like hearing it. Jigaboo, jigabag, cracker, and crackhead. I'm just not really. And the reason why I have to leave it there is because I don't really get enough other people, and I wish I would. I want Mexicans or Latinas to show up, especially Latinas. Hey, love you, Latinas. And I want freaking Asians to show up. Let me get my Indians in here. Don't matter if you dot a feather. I would love it. But let's be honest. You guys are hard to find online. Not in your sectors. You guys are good. I just haven't been able to get access to your sector so I can be able to look at you. I'm just now getting my toe in the door to Asian areas. But it's very difficult for me to find other ethnicities. And even if I found the other ethnicities, it's going to be very difficult for me to safeguard them. Because let's just say if I actually start building rapport with them, right? There are plenty of you motherfuckers that would do your best to chase them away. Here's what I say. You don't even understand how much you're fucking it up for your favorite content creators. Not just me. You would be fucking it up for other people to be able to benefit from the people that they can learn about because you're just so busy wanting to have what you want. And here's the funny part. What you want is stinky shit that you already buried your face in. I said what I said. Oh no, and that's not just the way I feel, by the way. You say, oh, that's a sad way you feel. That's not just how I feel. I've seen it. I've seen it already. People are very tribal to the point where they don't want new people to show up because if new people show up and they have been around long enough, or if they think they've been around long enough, or if they have been highlighted a couple of times, they're afraid that if new people come up, they will not be noticed anymore. So therefore, they do everything they can to limit the exposure of the person who they follow. But at the same time, they're expecting the person that they follow to continue doing what they're doing. No. If we don't see benefit in what we're doing, we're more likely going to walk away altogether. You don't even understand, as the viewers, how you contribute to your content creator's demise. You don't even notice it. Some people do it because they do it for them. Other people do it because it's a nice amount of income that they receive. And then there's other people that's like, it's all business. I did this because I liked it. But I'm also at a point where I'm like, I'm not going to do it if I can't even have I'm not even going to have what I did this for. It's one thing if I'm just doing it because I do something that I like to do. But if I do something that I like to do and just other people always want to come by and kick my can down the road, that's not fun for me. That's not enjoyable for me. And therefore, I don't want to do it. This is, by the way, Resto, the conversation I was having with you. I know you was a little bit lit on your stream, but this is the conversation I'm having with you. There's no sense in me doing what I'm doing is if I have a can and other people kick my can down the road. That makes me not want to do this. Because here's the truth of the matter. They could be setting up their own can and kick their own can down the road. But instead, they rather kick other people's cans down the road. What's good, Tom? I'm just not interested in that. This is why the same equivalent that other people find it so funny to just want to troll when I say, I do not go to other people's spaces and put my feet up on their couch. I just don't do it. But other people go from other people's spaces that probably allow that and go think they can go to your space and put their foot up on your couch. It's not cool. It is not cool. The same way how I'm very organized, you guys see my spacing, you always see it clear. You never see this clutter. You never see these shirts and shit all over the floor. You never see this shit all over the place. You never see big booty women running across trying to grab their fucking clothing. You never see this hanging drawers off my fucking plants or anything. I'm very clean. There's a place for everything and everything in this place. Not everybody feels the same way. And that's not my problem to have to bear. That's their problem. And when they act a fool, I either have to drop you or not give you a space that makes you feel comfortable to show up, which means I need to limit the time that I have space, which means I need to limit doing panels. Because everybody tells me this. Other content creators tell me this. They said the best part of my show is when I don't have panels. And looking at my metrics, they're kind of right. So why would I do the very thing that's hurting me? I'm just saying this. I'm just saying out loud what I've heard from other people that say that they know better on YouTube. Not that I believe anything they say, but I can also say that based on my own measurements, me having panels do not help me. And here's the fun sad part about it. I like panels. I don't enjoy everybody who comes to my panel. Let me say that again for you. I like panels. I started my opinionated show with the idea of talking to people. What I failed to realize even early, and I tried to still run with it, are just how many people are fucking fake. I came onto YouTube to talk to people who actually have their own opinions, who are going to be real and authentic. Most people pretend like they have their own radio show. They don't. And I almost cursed because I had a whole bunch of stuff going through my head. But their characters that they're playing. They're playing the person that they wish they really were in real life. They're playing the person that they really wish they were in real life, and here's the truth of the matter. Even the person that they're playing is a person that they saw and they want to emulate. It's not really them. They're playing a character that they saw and they think is funny, so they're emulating the person that they saw because they really wish that it was them, and that's what they're portraying in real life. And that's just basic psychology. Sorry if I'm giving away your game. Most of you mofos see what other people do and think that they're good and salacious online, and you emulate what they do, thinking that you're gonna be funny and top shit for it, and you're boring and dry like a well overdone steak. But you'll keep trying because why? All you know how to do is mimic. You don't know how to be the original. Because here's the truth of the matter. You're afraid that if you were being yourself, nobody would like you. I'm sorry for putting it out there for you, but I'm not sorry. You're afraid of being yourself because you're afraid nobody would like you. By the way, folks, you can talk all the shit that you want right now, even to me. It's already on record. Who you see on camera right now, this is the same motherfucker that you see in real life. Because you know why? I got motherfuckers that I actually met in real life who are content creators who can vouch for that. Who you see right now is the same motherfucker you see off camera. Can you say the same? And the answer is no. In fact, I can say you can't say the same because most people have not even seen your motherfucking face. And that is a guaranteed fact. I respect those who at least will be able to take the risk and put themselves on camera. Most of you guys talk so much shit and you haven't even put yourself on fucking camera. End of the day. Even if I don't like you, even if I don't agree with you, if you're a person that puts yourself on camera, you still get more respect from me than a motherfucker that just talks a whole bunch of shit, does a whole bunch of shit, behaves like a character like everybody else that we've seen online, and no one's ever seen you. No hide, no fucking hair. And you can feel a way about that. You can get mad that I said it. You can sit there and get pissed and want to troll and whatever. Like, I don't care. I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody else who disagrees with me. Do a fucking video. Do a video about it. Do a fucking video about it. But you know what? You do a video about it, I'm not going to see it. Someone else is going to have to tell me that you did a video about me because I'm not going to fucking see it. I've been the fucking same. I have been consistent. You know why I've been consistent? Because what I do is not a character. When you get my off takes, my funny takes, me being whatever I'm doing, me, my Tesla shit, that's all me. It's all me all the time. You see these other motherfuckers running around who everything and they want to mimic somebody else and they want to pretend to be somebody else and they want to do this like this and they want to follow this and they want to do clips like this and they're all trying to be somebody else that they wish they could be. I'm not coming up because I am being only me. I have kept my content the same because I'm trying to be only me. And I have only so many people like, you need to do this. You need to do what everybody else is doing if you want to come up. Well, maybe I don't need to come up because you know why? I don't see these motherfuckers making millions. I don't see these motherfuckers making thousands. I don't see these motherfuckers making six figures. So why should I be like them when my regular life pays me well? It's not worth it. And a lot of you guys don't get it. Resla, why don't we see you as much? Resla, why are you not going 4 or 5 days a week anymore? Why would I? When I was going 4 or 5 days a week, at least I was getting viewerships and subs. The moment I hit 700, it has been damn near impossible to get subs. And now everybody knows I'm that close to becoming just 1,000. Not that it's really important. It's not to me, but that close. Everybody doing everything to make sure that I don't get it. I even had people stupid enough, because I thought this was funny, come to me and said, I think there's a conspiracy against you. And here's what I said. There might be, but it doesn't matter to me. Let me tell you why it doesn't matter to me. Because I've mentioned it before. This is not my livelihood. I think people are, because somebody said this to me and I wonder about it. I think people are worried about me making that threshold, because if I actually see whatever the fuck it is that they want me to, they don't want me to see, that I'll do more and I'll blow them out the water. And I've heard a lot of different weird theories about it. I don't care, to be honest with you, but they care. They care, and I'm just like, it is what it is. I don't worry about it. But I've had many conversations, and I've even heard plenty of backside conversations about what people think of my channel. Not that I care. Again, none of that matters to me, because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. The majority of you will not turn out to be Andrew Wilson. I'm gonna say that again. The majority of you will not turn out to be Andrew Wilson. Plenty of you have been here way before him, and you'll be here after, and you still won't be where he came up. And you need to be okay with that. You need to be okay with that. I'm just saying. Give me a quick moment. Hold on, folks. Give me a quick moment. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Blind. Stop getting your family to knock on my door. It is after midnight. Blind. Why is this little Mexican guy knocking on my door? I looked at the side window. I was like, the fuck are you doing knocking at my door? What's going on here? What you want? No, you don't know nobody here. The fuck? Go away. The fuck? He wasn't too sure. He saw halfway getting down my steps. I had to open the door. I was like, yo, what the fuck you want? He's like, no, there's nobody here. Go. There's no Esteban here. Go away. Be happy I fucking even opened the door, because any other time I would have fucking kicked you in your chest Spartan wise. Like, what the fuck are you doing at my door? It is after midnight. People get hurt for a little more. That's your cousin? Yo, don't get this nigga at my door. Don't tell this nigga, like, nah, that's not what we do. He almost caught the Spartan kick. That nigga's short too. That nigga he was just past my belly button. Short motherfucker. If I would have kicked him, it wouldn't even been his chest. It would have been his collarbone. the fuck is he doing at my door? That shit was wild. And I didn't because he had the little woman that was down the steps. She was watching. I didn't want to kick him hard, and she got to catch him in midair. She got to catch him in midair after I give him the Spartan kick. I didn't want to do that. Oh, I wouldn't have got stabbed. He got worried when I opened up that door. He realized how tall I was. Because Garrett got fucking tea when I opened up that fucking door. You know I had something in my hand. You know I had something in my hand. You think I'm worried about Mexicans stabbing me? Motherfucker, I was a bouncer. You don't think I know how Mexicans are? Nigga, I got a Mexican fucking club that's right next to me. I got bars all around me between the Asians, like the Asians over here. I got the whites over here. I got the Mexicans over here. Oh, and I got the fucking strip club over here. You think I'm worried about? I was a fucking bouncer. I know how Mexicans run. And they go to the little bar over here, right by the train station. You think I'd be worried about them? I ain't worried about them. Motherfuckers be drunk as fuck, walking up to me, and I guarantee you, I don't be worried about it. Here's what happened: they walk right up to me, and I'm like, "So what's it about? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? No, nothing. Okay, cool. Keep it pushing. Hey, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I don't worry about none of these motherfuckers. Keep it pushing. I don't worry about these people. You must think I'm a fucking fool. I ain't worried about none of these motherfuckers. I've been ready. You forget, you may think it's something weird, but I've been around Hispanics all my life. I grew up in a Spanish neighborhood being the only black family in my entire building for 17 years. Sorry, 16 years. The most of the women I've ever been with are Spanish women. You ain't saying shit to me. I've been with Dominicans, Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans for majority of my fucking life. I ain't worried about these motherfuckers. I know exactly how they move. I've been to quinceañeras and everything. You ain't saying shit to me. I understand more Spanish than I can speak. Not worried. So when I see motherfuckers, I've been a bouncer where I've watched other bouncers get stabbed. And that's just never happened to me. And I've dragged motherfuckers out. I've dragged one nigga out by the back of his shirt and another bitch in a chokehold. Big bitch. Gordita. Dragged her fucking ass out. Torta. Drag her fucking ass out. Don't try me. Do not try me. I'm the wrong one. I tell motherfuckers, wrong nigga right day. Don't do it. Don't do it. And don't ever believe you guys got anything over me. I'll be flipping out. You would think that I was one of the people. I flip the fuck out quickly. And since I know more Spanish than I can speak, when motherfuckers talk, I be catching on real quick. And they be sitting there talking shit with each other. I'm like, and I pop a motherfucker right in his mouth real quick. They get caught off guard because they didn't know I knew what the fuck they just said. I'm like, bap! And nigga look. Like how he knew. I'll fuck a person up real quick. No, I don't fuck around with none of that shit. None of that shit. I don't play with none of it. Last chick I was with that was Mexican she was Honduran. Basically, like I don't fuck around. Like I don't fuck around. Not at all. Not at all. And I'm around a lot of Mexicans, by the way. I don't care about it. I don't care. None of that bothers me. You keep your space, I keep my space, and I'm around a lot of them. In fact, I got some Muslim people that's actually not far the block from me. They look at me, they're like, I'm like, hey, I know you're Muslim, no one else is around, you're Arab, I'm black. Let's just keep it civil. Just keep it civil. You do your thing, I do my thing. There's a little white couple that just popped up next door to me, but I haven't seen them for a while, so I wonder if they got ran off. I don't know. But the majority of my neighborhood, until we get a few blocks over and nothing but the Asians, my area is nothing but Mexicans. I grew up, like I said, I grew up with Hispanics the majority of my life, except for one. Like, so from 0 to 16, I grew up around Hispanics. From 17 to 33, it's mixed. No, sorry. So from 17 to 23, I was around black people. From 23 to 33, I was around black people. From 33 to 38, 39, I was around white people. And from basically 39 to where I am now at 43, I've been around Hispanics again. So I'm doing roundabout circle. I'm literally going a roundabout circle. I've just never been surrounded by Asians, but now Asians are next door, like the blocks away, like on the other side of the avenue, and we're good. But I've literally done a roundabout, and the most people I'm comfortable around actually are Hispanics. So when I walk up in there and I order food, or I walk up in a Spanish restaurant and I order food, and the big booty fucking abuelas come through, and I'm just like, I'll take it down. And I'm talking about the abuelas with the glasses, and they just come through with the big ass, and they give me my rice and my beans, my fucking, oh my gosh. They give me all my fucking food. I don't show up in the morning time, but like, they give me my fucking food and everything, and they like, oh my god, and they'll see me as I start digging in the food, and they rub the back of my neck as I eat the food, and they rub the back of my neck, and I'm like, woman, like, let me eat. Stop. I want to eat. I want to get my dick hard. Stop. Like, if I'm trying to say to eat my fucking food, I'll be sitting there rubbing the back of my neck. Like, yo, mommy, stop. Fuck. If I put you on this couch. Anyway, shit. I'm just saying, blind, you know how Hispanics are. You know they be doing a little extra. a little extra. I'm like, hey, stop it. Shit, fuck me. And the daughter's okay. She's fine. She's good looking, but she's not okay. It's the mother and the grandmother, especially the grandmother. She is stacked. She is fucking stacked. She is fine. I'm in my 40s. She's got to be in her 60s. She's fucking fine. Just saying. You not wrong. Yeah, you not wrong. Hey, you not wrong at all. I be looking. I was like, she was struggling back in my neck. I'm like, yo, stop. Like, And she walk away, and I was just like, mm, 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 mm. Yo, the gilf, yeah. Listen, here's the funny part about that, Cam. She looked better than her daughter and her granddaughter. Well, okay, so here's the funny part. Her granddaughter, her granddaughter looks good. It's like it skipped the mom. Like her mom, like you can tell the daughter looks like the mother, but there's a difference. Like you can tell, like I guess the granddaughter picked up a lot from the father. Like she got like the nice tits, but she don't really have the ass. The mother got the ass, but she don't really got the looks. when you look at the grandmother, but the grandmother, yo, she got everything. She got tits, she got ass, she got face, she got even her gray hairs are sexy. Like she look good. He looks so fucking good. He looks so fucking good. Everything looks good on her. Yeah, listen, son. Yo, the daughter looks nice. The mom is okay. I can see some parts of her. It's like, but the grandmother, she is chef's kiss. She is fucking fine. Yo, I'll tell you, she got it. She fucking got it. I'm looking at her like, fuck me, please. Like she got it. She got it. I'm just saying. I don't know what's up with her. I don't know what she eating, but keep eating it. I don't know what it is, but she got it. I was like, why are you feeding to your daughter? How is skipped your daughter and went to your granddaughter? Like, what's going on here? And like, they know. Here's the funny part. They know. They know how I feel. They know it already. Like, if I order food, they either send the daughter or they purposely go out their way to send the grandmother to me. They know. They know I be solving when this bitch come around. She can get me to order extra shit. And here's the funny part. You already know what it's like with Hispanics, like, especially older women, like, they want you to eat. They be giving me extra shit. She just want me to eat. And sometimes, not for nothing, Cam, I think they just want to hear me slurp off the plate. I think they just be feeling a way about it. Like oh, you want something else? I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get you something else. I'm like, oh, and it's hard for me to turn them down. It's hard. It's hard for me, especially her. It is hard for me to turn her down. And I think she's like they just like me hearing slurping off the plate. I just think they just like the sound. Like I'll be hungry when I walk in that place, and they be guaranteed to give me something, and I'll be like, I'll be looking at this bitch. I'm like, I don't need nothing else but just you on this table right now. I digress. I'm getting just thinking about it right now makes me like I'm off tomorrow. Made me think I need some Spanish food. I need to get me some panilla. I just anyway. I think I know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. I think I know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. Make sure I make some room. I'm rather heavy handed. Very hungry tomorrow. I blame Blind. I'm blaming Blind on this one. This is Blind's fault. This is Blind's fault. This is Locksmith's fault. I'm blaming y'all too. I know what I'm eating tomorrow. I'm blaming you both of y'all. Just because I can. I want to be heavy handed. Yeah. I might even pretend like I didn't even see. Like, she gonna walk away. Okay, you good, Bobby? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I come see you later. I'm like, wait. And I put a whole fucking good hand on the ass. Like, like, hold up. Come back here. Come back. Don't go away yet. I need something else. I'm just saying. She know I want it. I'm just trying to leave an extra tip. I'm just saying. She knew I want it. But anyway, that's just my thing going on. It is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. The only thing I can do is try to make sure that I keep things all together, especially when it comes to this internet space. Because quite frankly, people be losing their shit. And like I said, all of this, it really comes down to the fact that even though I talk a lot of stuff that has to do a lot about human behavior or how we look at things or what's really the most beneficial for us, I have to look at it. Still, a lot of stuff is even for myself. What's going on and what am I thinking? And it really comes down to how people behave. I honestly believe that it's going to be very difficult for me to do the kind of channel that I ever wanted to do. I want everybody to leave, by the way, because now we're down. We went from like 14 people, and now we're down to 5. By the way, good. Because what I've been saying, by the way, since we got 5 people here, I'll mention to you before we start getting numbers up again. Because I've been saying I don't mind if people start leaving the channel, because if it means that we get rid of the people who are only here for the screaming and the cussing and everything, I'm good with that, because that means I can start making room for when we take off to start doing the things that are really important. So right now we need to get rid of the people that just want to have food porn in their head. This is the reason why I'm not making salacious shows. This is exactly the reason why I've been walking away from doing panels, because I need to, this is a diet. This is a diet for us folks. I need to eliminate the people who are fatty. They're fatty, junk-minded fools. We need to eliminate them. If they want to get better and fit, that's cool. But I need to eliminate those who are not the best for us. And again, I'm more incentive to do this because it's not like I have a reputation that I need to uphold, because I don't get paid for a living to do this. I don't. Everything I ever received from YouTube has always been from you guys and your generosity. And I wholeheartedly appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, don't ever believe it because we paid you money. You guys, you're indebted to us, Resla. You need to be going live every day. No. What I do in one single day, double, if not triples, what the hell you guys give me in a single month. Oh, what am I talking about? So in a day, it triples what you guys give me in an entire month. You can say because I live in the city. You can say because of my job. But so the idea of saying, like, well, Resla, we gave you $300 last month. I'm like, oh, thank you for that. I mean, I have to split some of it because, I work with other people. Like, I split things with OG. Well, of late, I don't have to because OG's doing very good what he's doing, and I appreciate him for that. But for me, I'm like, I'm good. And then, like, in one day, I skyrocket what you guys give me for a month. So the idea that people sit around and say, well, you should be online and let me tell you what really put me on this. I did a stream at one point, and it was just for me. We were having fun or whatever. But I noticed that I did almost 8 hours. I came from work and I did a 9-hour shift from work. I came here. I spent an hour relaxing before I went live. And then I did a almost 8-hour stream. Not one person gave me anything. We're not even talking about 99 cents. They gave me nothing. And I still rocked out the entire stream. But it opened my mind to say, what the fuck was I doing? Because the most important thing to me was time. And I literally killed almost 8 hours of time. I could have been chilling. I could have been watching a show. I could have been working on my certifications. I could have been cooking. I could have been chilling with my girl. But I was here online with random people who I've never met and probably will never meet, and didn't receive anything for it. And it made me really think about what I was doing. And that's why I was like, I've done this too many times. I really need to cut back on panels, because everything tells me that I'm better off without panels. I like panels, by the way. I don't like everyone who shows up on panels. Let me say it again. I like panels. I do not like everyone who shows up on panels. I'm just saying. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem me streaming. Hell, if you said Resla, we would like you to stream 4 days a week. I probably wouldn't have a problem with that if I didn't have the job that I have now. I don't have the time to come up with shows to be able to go with you guys on. And let's be honest. And I'm gonna be honest with you. But there are about 5, 10, whoever people in here. Be honest with you. If I said this to you, be honest. The majority of people who you know who go live every day, are these people who always have content that they can talk about? Or their content is all about reviewing something else that they saw online? I'm being very specific. If you say that you're watching people every day online, the people that you're watching, are these people who go online every day, but they always have content, but the content is always about somebody else or something else that they're reviewing? Or it's about them always having content that's original? I can tell you, based on how I've been online for over 3 years online and have been doing content for almost 2 years, that the majority of content is a reaction to someone else's shit. It is very rare that you will have a content creator not open a panel in the quote panel verse, which would be, I guess it would be redundant, because if you're in a panel verse, then you would have to do panels. But most of all, are not reviewing other people's shit, whether it's someone else's content or another content creator. And this is why I say where my content falls apart, because I never said I ever wanted to be part of a panel verse. Never said it. But at the same time, when you're watching my show, how often would you say that you see me review other people or other panelists' content? Because I can tell you it. I can probably count it on one hand. It doesn't happen. I could probably count it on one hand because I painstakingly make sure I don't do it. Again, does it make me better? I would rather review my own content than review someone else's content. Let me say it again. I would rather review my own content than someone else's content. Let me tell you why. I would rather review my own content to see if my position stayed the same, or if I really agree with what was being said back then, or if I was having a panel where I was talking with people and whether I agree on their points, or whether I thought that they were wrong, or what I should have said instead of what I didn't say, whatever. I would rather do that. But here's also the next thing. I don't have the time to do that because I work for a living. You think I have time to sit there and watch previous panels where I've been on for who knows how many hours to be able to review a particular portion of what somebody said? No, it's just me by myself. There's no editor, there's no producer, it's just me. Where would I find the time to do that? Even the people who say like, oh, Rust, I have no problem doing that for you. Most of you guys follow what you want to follow. So for instance, let's just say I found an editor, right? Hey, here's a great example for me to pull this out, because I'm going to say this to you guys. KM, if I wanted you to pull up content and shorts and things like for me, you're going to pull up things that you find interesting and you find funny and that you find hilarious, and that's the thing you're going to work on. If I said I wanted that for easy, if I wanted that for Blizzy Blind, if I wanted that for Locksmith, you guys are going to do the things that you find humorous or you find entertaining, and you're going to make content based on that. Here's the funny part about it. Here's the thing you have to look at it. That doesn't mean that you guys are going to specifically point out content that will be beneficial for what I want as a brand. See, you're picking up the things that you find entertaining. You wouldn't be picking things that you think that would be beneficial to other people. Because I've already seen it, by the way. You pick up a lot of stuff that I find entertaining, but you pick up stuff that makes me look crazy. But I already understand I'm crazy. I talk to my mother all the time. I know I'm crazy. And Locksmith, you pick up everything that's being said that's basically gay. But if you looked on what my actual content is, none of that gets highlighted. Which means that the entire premise of my show gets overshadowed for a small segment compared to how long my monologue is. Which means that people lose the entire point of my show for small things that you think is funny because you think comedy is the thing that pushes everything forward compared to what the channel is actually about. If everything was always about laughter, then every channel would be about comedy. Not every channel is about comedy, which means that not everybody does things for comedy. But if the only thing that you find interesting is comedy, it's kind of a hard dynamic to be on, which means that it's a hard thing to point out. See, I can be funny. That doesn't mean that my show is based in comedy. I can be funny. I can be entertaining, but my show is not based in comedy. My show is actually based in critical thinking. But most people pick out the segments of my show that has nothing to do with critical thought. That's just what it is. And you know how I know that? Because I actually had someone review my shit live and then review what was being taken place afterwards. And they said, it's not that what you're saying is wrong. It's that it gets overshadowed. The problem is not the things that I'm doing or saying in my content. The problem is how my community views me, which is also why I did another stream that says where people find you is what they think that you're going to do. That's just what it is. Where people find you, they think you are. Despite the fact that you can have a long documentation of what you do, people don't care compared to where they meet you. There are people who still see me today, even though I've been doing content for over a year or almost 2 years, who still, because they first met me on the porch session, think that they can treat me the same way that they met me on the porch session, even though my content is not the same as the porch session. It's just that easy. Because they treat other people on the porch session a particular way, they believe that they can treat anybody from the porch session that same way. And it's not the truth. And I've already gone through it here. Well, we troll LA. I'm not LA. I don't know why you think that you can treat me like LA. LA is LA. LA has its own rules. Well, we do this with Tom. I hear you. But that's Tom. I'm not Tom. Sorry if you didn't get the memo on that. Because the first thing I'm going to point out is I thought Black people were not in a monolith. I thought Black people were not in a monolith. So why do you think that how you treat one person, how you treat other people? Especially when you can review in your own eyes that the content is different. You don't see me talk about politics. You don't see me talk about cops. You don't see me, but you believe that you can treat me the same way. See, that is a disconnect from when you first meet somebody versus how you look at them when they're on their own shit. And people lose perspective, which is why I try to teach critical thinking a lot. But people have a very cognitive dissonance in a lot of factors. And how they see people and how they see content, which is also why I say people look at people like cartoons. They don't look at them like they're real people. If somebody was out here very sad and they were bearing out their soul, but other times they were in a good mood, people would totally disavow that moment where they were being real and being honest and being vulnerable to troll them and make them feel worse rather than understanding that that's a real person expressing their real feelings. I have seen people on other people's platforms, not talk about the panelverse, but other people's platforms who have been very engaging, very fun, very interactive with the chat. But the moment that they're at a low, the moment they start expressing their real feelings themselves and what's going on in their lives, the chat has turned around and basically told them to go kill themselves. Which means you do not look at people who go out of their way to entertain you, that you go click on their links to watch, as real people. I just want to put that out there because it's very important. And these people go away and you get mad. When they quit social media, you get mad. Why? You help contribute to them making their decisions. Because you cannot see them as a living, breathing human being. You'll see your mother, you'll see your family, you'll see your brother, you'll see your kids, you'll see your wife or whatever as human beings. But the person who you've been spending a lot of time when you're not working, or even when you are working, watching, you won't see them as human beings. No, easy. I've learned it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. There's no way I'm going to have one person come up panels at a time because it would be like CNN. And you know it and I know it. It would be CNN. It wouldn't stop people from showing their ass because they look at the idea of being on a panel as a promotion, not as an idea to actually show their intellect. They show it as a time to promote themselves. And the sad part about it, we've come to the point where people who don't even have channels, they're not even content creators, still feel the need to promote themselves. What's good? What's the good, Stormcrow? That's the sad part. I see people who don't even do content for a living, people who I call influencers, still go out of their way to show their ass. And I'm like, for what? You're not even a content creator. Yeah, I said it. I know it sounds demeaning. You're not even a content creator. You don't even do content. You never did a live in your life. You never did a video in your life. And yet you're coming up doing what? Saying what? Why do you think you're important? I've even heard other, quote, influencers go to other people's channels and say, they know who I am. Wait, are you behaving like you're a celebrity? Is that what I heard? See, you didn't say you went to somebody else's channel and that person says, I know who they are. You can let them up. You go out of your way and say, so-and-so knows who I am. As if you're somebody. And most of these influencers, by the way, have never been on camera. I'm sorry if you're an influencer who's watching me, by the way, but I'm calling you out if you've done this. I'm sorry, but not sorry. It means that you need to do better. That you need to figure out and check your ego. You need to check your ego. Because the truth of the matter is that you really haven't taken any risk. As a person who works doing risk and compliance on a regular basis, you've taken very little risk. Well, yeah, that's smart, right? No, because there's good risk and there's bad risk, and you don't know how to do an assessment. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I would take way more risk if I had a bigger venture and a bigger investment. I would take way more risk, but I do not because it's not worth it. If I had a bigger investment, I would take more risk. And keep in mind, I'm not talking about risk to me. That's not a problem for me. I'm talking about risk for the people around me. And I've said this before. The risk to me is very minimal because here's the truth of the matter. You live and you die once. I'm not really too worried about what happens to me. Motherfucker can pull a gun on me. It wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the fourth time. But other people around me, they did not volunteer for the risk that I've taken. So the idea of you sitting back in secrecy, but believing that you should have as much clout as someone who's taken way more risk, that's not a thing. I respect anyone who comes up and takes more risk than someone who doesn't. Because here's the truth of the matter. Bigger risk gives you bigger reward. And look at our highest entrepreneurs and innovators. They're the ones who taking the biggest risk. You cannot expect to be highly profitable if you're going to turn around and you're going to be in scarcity. Scarcity does not help you. People who want to be successful and live in scarcity is not it. If you want to say that you have something that you really need to protect so much that you can't even bother being on camera, but you want to turn around and think that you need to give your opinion on everything and you need to be on people's panels on everything, just stop it. If you have so much to protect, don't ever let your voice be heard. Because there are plenty of people who could have their voices heard, even on a Discord call, who do not ever hit that link. Don't even bother. This is why I laugh at motherfuckers like King Shenard. You talk about all this shit and everything you're doing and blah, 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 blah. Okay, nigga, prove it. And to this day, he's never have. Never have. And I think it's probably the first time I'm really mentioning King Shenard's name. But he's a person I know who walks around in panels to panels or whatever, and he talks a lot about what he does and and I go, prove it. Because there are people who are behind the scenes who see my face and everything, who can do a facial recognition or whatever the fuck else, who can find me. And here's the thing, I say, I'm not hiding from nobody. Hell, I've even told people my very name, Resla, is a moniker of my name. I'm not hiding from anyone. But I can also say, once you find me on social media, you will not find anything current that's going to be able to help you. Nothing. Because the moment I knew I was going to be online, I took extra precautions. Well, I'm going to find out where Resla lives. You might find the last 3 places I lived. Not currently. Well, I'm going to find out where he works. You might find the last 2 places I worked at. Nothing currently. I've made sure. And I had, not for nothing, a good 3 years to do it. Because I mainly worked contract. I knew what I was doing. I know everybody doesn't believe that I'm the smartest person in the room, but there's a reason why I did it. And you know how I learned it? I learned it from watching other people online who got followed, who got doxxed, who got whatever else. And again, I don't even care if people dox me. That's not my problem. My problem is just worrying about the other people who did not ask for it around me. I wouldn't really care if anything otherwise. It's the truth of the matter. You can pull up let's just say if you found me and you pull up on my job, whatever. What do I care about? What do I care about? A bit. So I see you. I'm at your job. Oh, okay, cool. What do you want? You want an autograph? You want to suck my dick? What's going on here? Why? You went out of your way to go pull up on my job. You trying to suck my dick? You went out of your way to do that. You're that much of a fan or a stalker? What are you trying to do? I didn't make no arrangements with you to eat lunch with you or to hang out with you or anything. So what you trying to do? It's weird. It's weird. What are you trying to do? Why would you do that? If I knew where someone lived, look, keep in mind, John Galt, another content creator I'm very cool with, lives in Brooklyn with me. We still to this day have not met. And I know what area he lives in because I used to live in that area. We've never met to this day. No pressure, no looking forward, none of that. But you guys who are not even in my state will turn around, I know where you live, Resla, and I'm gonna pull up on you and do what? Do what? You think that's safe? Or you just believe that you're that much of a badass? What exactly do you plan to do once you think you meet me? You gonna take me to a hotel and fuck me? What you plan on doing? What is it that you think you're going to gain by meeting me? You know I don't make money on YouTube, so you know I ain't making millions or anything. So what exactly do you think that you're doing? Just a question for yourself. You have all these lofty fucking ambitions. What is it that you think you're actually gonna get from it? Well, I'm gonna meet you and we gonna hang out. Says who? Who says I care about you? And I'm gonna follow you home. And what? You gonna take a shower with me? What you gonna do? And I'm gonna let everybody know where you live. Okay, people move. And let's say you let people where I live. Who else is gonna come over to me? And then on top of that, what are they going to do? Well, I'm gonna tell that person, and that person's gonna come to your house, and they gonna play patty cake with you. Patty cake? They gonna play patty cake with me. You went out of your way to travel state lines to find me, to follow me home, so you can tell the rest of the world so they can come through and play patty cake with me. This was worth your time. Because I've been told you, anyone who's looking for me is gonna be very bored. I don't have a record. You ain't gonna find no arrest. You ain't gonna find no warrants on me. You're not gonna find I've ever been bankrupt. You're not gonna find that I got child support. You're not gonna find anything. It's gonna be very difficult finding me because I am a compliance specialist. Like I'm very by the book. Good luck. Good luck. Never did anything crazy. So what is it that you're planning on? And then again, we're gonna go back to the beginning of it. Let's just say by all devices, by all measures and means, you are fucking MacGyver and you managed to pull up on me. You managed to pull up on me. Resla, I found you. Cool. Now that you pulled out your Where's Waldo skills. What now? Well, I just want to prove that I found you. So let me understand. You went across hundreds, if not thousands of miles to prove that you can find a motherfucker for free. Because you spent all your money. That's what you did. So at least I expect this from a woman. Because if you didn't do all this for a nut, because let's be honest, the people who are most interested in doing this are guys. It's you motherfuckers. So if you weren't doing this for a nut, what did you do this for? I'm calling you gay. That's right. Hey, locksmith, call the bussy alert. There are motherfuckers. There are guys out there that want to do all this work to come find another man, but most of the women won't. Locksmith, call the bussy alert. We need some sirens and the bussy alert. Because it's most of the guys that go out of their way to go look for another man. Yeah, I agree, Easy. I agree with that. I got you. I got your IP. Like, it's wild to me. Like, why would the fuck? Like, well, what are we talking about here? I agree with that. That is wild to me. He said he got PTSD. That's some bullshit. I think it's really weird. And I wouldn't think too much about it if it wasn't for the fact that before I really separated myself, I was really looking at the beef sector. And for a lot of the shit that I saw there before, I just said, this is the reason why I do not want to be associated with a lot of blacks. For the dumb shit that I've seen, I cannot unsee. Men and women. And it's mainly the men that I'm disappointed by. Women are known for talking shit in any race. But the men really, I know they think they're talking tough, but it just seems sassy to me. I don't know what's the difference between a lot of these men and what they were doing and what they were saying, and the difference between Saucy Santana. I'm sorry if you feel a way about it. Oh, if you feel a way about it, you know I'm going to tell you, right? Clip it, do a video. I'll never see it. I'll never see it. Did he just call motherfuckers in the beef sector Saucy Santana? I thought the beef sector said that they were gay men. Women and gay men. Why can't I say that? You vouch for it yourself. Most people I see over there talking a whole bunch of shit happen to be women running shit. So it is what it is. But if you feel different about it, you feel a way to have to say something about it, do yourself a favor. Make a video. Just at me. I probably won't see it, but go ahead. Feel free. And the reason why you can add me and the reason why I probably won't see it is because I don't live online. It's really not that important to me. It's not. It won't do anything to ruin my money, to hinder my contracts, to drain my bank account, to stop the people who I already love from caring about me. I'm the first person to say it, like, and I'm just a realist about it. Like, I can die any day. I don't. It is what it is. This is the life that's for me. Hopefully, in some other dimension, whatever multiverse, whatever the other wrestlers doing well. For me, it is what it is. I don't have any lofty dreams of saying that I did something I have to really protect. I don't have any kids. So you can't say, well, nigga, I'm gonna take your wife, your kids. I'm not married. Don't have kids. I mean, what are you really gonna threaten me with? I'm broke. Well, if you're willing to come all this way to come for me, then I probably got more money than you do, but yeah. If you feel a way about that, you should do yourself a favor right now. You should hit that motherfucking X button and leave. Exercise your privilege and be able to hit the X button. Because I got no problem talking about people within and without my chat. If you don't like it, and especially you're a person that likes to talk a lot of shit, do yourself a favor. Make a video. It's free, by the way. Anyone can do it on their phone. Unless you're so dusty that you can't afford to have a phone. You're watching it for somebody else's shit. I'm just saying, you gotta borrow somebody else's phone to do a video. I mean, you can do that too. I don't know what Resla arc you're talking about. I've been telling people this since the beginning of this year, since the first quarter. You don't like it? Make a video. See, when you say arc, you make it seem like I'm actually going to pay attention to and respond to these motherfuckers. See, because here's the thing. If they talk about me, they're only giving me shine. I would never talk about them. They're only going to be pointing people towards me. I have no reason to talk about them. You think I want to talk to these dusty people that's going to sit there and just talk shit and just think they're going to yell all day? here's the thing. Have you not seen my channel? I'm quick to cut. I will cut a motherfucker off with no problem. And since we're already in third quarter, I have no problem banning upon. You can get a lifetime ban, get a whole new account have to come up, and I'll ban that 102. See, Resto, you'll be up there and listen to a motherfucker doing all this jibber jabber and making no fucking sense for whatever. I don't do that. I don't care. You get a ban. You get a one time to show your intelligence or not. You get banned because you know why? My time is important. I won't entertain that garbage. You get gone. Hey, Noel. Noel got banned. I don't have the time for the retard shit. I need the people who can do something for themselves and not look for other people to do something for them. I said what I said. I know y'all gonna feel a way about it, but it is what it is. I don't know who that is, but that motherfucker can get it. Oh yeah. That's who it was. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, crazy mama, Birdo. That motherfucker ever gonna pop up. He or she probably won't even make it to my panel. I'll just ban him instantly, without warning, instantly. If you happen to be one of the 9 people watching me right now, Birdo, don't even hit the fucking link. The moment I see you in the back, you instantly get banned. I'm just letting you know. Instantly. This is your warning. I'm gonna switch with the name. The moment I hear your voice, the moment you do that shit, you're instantly banned. I would don't. And I damn for sure wouldn't give as many times as Resto did. Instantly banned. For all I know, right now, Resto is reaching out to Birdo, trying to get them to come over to my stream one day. But here's the funny part about it. They'll have to wait one day when I actually drop a fucking link. And we don't know when that's going to be. So, yeah. Yeah. Good luck knowing when that's going to be. But if you want to subscribe in order to figure out when it's going to be, feel free. It might be a while, though. It might be a while. Just saying. Because I'm a lot of things, but an idiot is not one of them. I'm a lot of things. Trust me, I've done a lot of shit, a lot of foul shit, but I'm not an idiot. I'm just saying. I know how human beings move because I've been watching them for too long. My job is based on watching human beings. There are plenty of times I just want to drop a link for you guys, but I have to tell myself that's not a good idea. You know what? I've been talking for 2-3 hours. I wonder what motherfuckers is thinking. Not a good idea. That little 5 watchers, 9 watchers, 11 watchers, 16 watchers will all of a sudden start jumping to 20, 30 watchers, and it's going to be fuck shit, and I'm going to be fucking mad that I did it. So I'd rather not upset myself. I'd rather watch YouTube as it slowly decreases the people who are sub to me so we can get rid of all of the fuck people who don't need to be here. Because what they're still waiting for is nothing but arguments, or they're waiting for a big cascading effect like when GS was here. And I feel bad that he had to go in the way that he had to go, but I understand why he had to go in the way that he go. And hopefully he's doing really, really well. Regardless of how people feel about him, that's your cross to bear when it comes to him. The same way how there are plenty of people who I don't like. But I hope you're doing well if you're making content. Because at the end of the day, at least you make content. There are plenty of people out here trying to get notoriety for themselves who don't even do that. And think that they should be indoors. They should be in boardrooms. I'm just saying. There are people that they come online and their whole persona is just being a snake. Or people's whole persona is just being up here and just being fake. And I'm just like, yeah, you can take that concept and lick the bottom of my ball sack. I don't care about you. I don't. I couldn't care less. It's just not for me. I just need people who can actually exercise their brain and not follow narratives and talking points. If that's a difficulty for you, time to go. Exit stage left. If you're saying, well, I want to come up here and I want to talk about what's going on with, because, oh, you mean the shit that everybody else is talking about? Okay, I got something for you. You can sit backstage until you get your shit together, or I can get band you all together. But if not, go lick the bottom of a ball sack and never come back on my platform again. Because I need people who can think, not just recite. Let me say it again. I need people who can think, not just recite. This is not a fucking recital. I need people who have brain cells that can rub together to come up with a thought. Not people who are running on memories of other people's thoughts or what they've heard. If that's difficult for you, whenever I decide to drop a link again, do not, NOT not, do not hit that link. For both our sakes, don't do it. If you haven't figured out by now, because I will troll you, and I will make it my mission to troll you for an entire hour. I'll do it. Probably more. And I'll ban you. And it has to be me, since my mods don't like to ban people. They're really soft. And I said what I said. My mods don't like to start trouble with people because they're afraid that they're going to get harassed wherever else they go, as if this is their real life too. I said what I said. Yeah, I call out everybody. I call out mods. I call out chat. I call myself out. I call nobody's safe here. And this is not even opinionated. This is just me. I call everybody out. If you're worried about friends online, you don't have many friends in real life. I don't worry about friends at my job because I have friends in real life. Ooh, I can already feel the bile that just came up in people's throats. Like, he just said what? He just said what? He doesn't know how often I get along with so-and-so and so-and-so's platform, and how I get along with so-and-so at there, and then I get along with so-and-so over at his channel, and I get along with so-and-so, and they're friends of mine, and so-and-so wish me happy birthday. And you know I'm going to say, right? Eat a dick. They're not your friends. If you haven't met them in real life, if they haven't reached out to you, if they haven't called you, none of that shit, they haven't had a real conversation with you outside of being on someone else's platform, if you haven't talked to them in a private chat, if you haven't talked to them in a one-on-one, like, these people are not your friends. They are associates. They are even what I would call comfort porn. Because some of you guys meet motherfuckers, especially content creators, and you'll do things like on Discord, you'll reach out to them. Hey, Resla, saw your channel. And you'll send them a little chat for a friend's request. And you meet the motherfuckers, and it's like they're trying to have a date with you. It's like, why are we talking to each other again? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Motherfuckers who send out fucking messages to you, DMs, ask to be friends with you, and you're like, who are they? They know me from where? Oh, they know me from Resto's chat? Okay, from Resto's DM? Okay, cool. What's going on? Hey, how's everything going? I'm good. How's it with you? Oh, I think it was great. I was just hanging out with my family this weekend and everything. I'm going, got you. So, something you want from me? I just know we'd be good friends because I know I talk to Resto, and I know Locksmith Jeremy, and I know Ruck, and I know KM, and I thought we'd be great. I was like, oh, do you plan on for me any content, or is there anything that you feel like I should know, or I think? Well, I just know you talk to them, so I think I talk to you. It's like, I don't know who this person is, by the way. They just a person that's in the chat, but because they know I happen to be on Discord, they reaching out, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So you got nothing to say to me? No, nothing to say to you. Not even what you wearing? Nothing. Just you just figure because I'm online and I'm a content creator that you just had direct access to me. Let me understand this, lady. Do you have direct access to Brad Pitt? No, of course not. That's what I thought, and I blocked them. I blocked them. That's not to say I'm Brad Pitt, but if you don't have access to celebrities, what makes you think some regular person should just be reaching out and wasting my time when I could have been using them very 20 minutes that they just used to be watching my show or to be doing whatever or writing content? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? The fuck are we doing? Why are you reaching out to me? I said it. I'm not no fucking Brad Pitt, but don't be fucking reaching out because you think you can get instant access. What is that about? Again, now you're talking to me and I don't even know who the fuck you are. You trying to fuck me? What's going on here? Imagine this, KM, because you move around in spaces. Imagine some weird avatar reaches out to you. Hi, crazy mama. I saw you. You was on Resla's platform, and I saw you got a wrench, and I love the way you are. You're really cool. You're really cool in the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was wondering, because you're not your friends now, because you accepted them. Yeah, because I thought do you know how long you know Resla? How long you been a mod in the chat? Okay, that's cool, KM. That's cool. KM, is your pussy shaven? Imagine that. And all of a sudden you get the weird comment. Is your pussy shaven? Are you bald down there? Does the carpet match the drapes? Do you feel like you should have now hit the fucking check mark on that fucking chat that wanted to reach out to you? Do you feel like that was a great investment for you? Hey, look at him. Hey, yo. You don't think I get weird messages like that? There are people who want to be in contact with me who either say nothing or say wild shit. Because I can tell you right now, the people who mainly reach out and talk to me are not content creators, especially in the DMs. The majority of people who reach out to me are not not content creators. They're not mods and they're not content creators. It's people who I do not know who they are trying to get to know me. Hey, listen, you said it yourself, getting the titties. I get DMs. See, you guys been saying like you guys get the titties and everything. I don't really get that. I get DMs. I get DMs asking real questions like, you really live in New York? And I'm like, I say that. Why would I lie about that? Like who? Like I'm not gonna think who online. Who lies about where they're from? Like unless I do content where I can say, yeah, here's me in my Bugatti. Here's me in Miami in my Ferrari. Like who lies about where they're from? If you live in Arkansas, you live in Arkansas. If you live in Rhode Island, you live in Rhode Island. If you live in New York, you live in New York. I live in New York. And specifically New York City. Yes, I do. Why did you feel to reach out to me from what other fucking rock that you came from? You're not a content creator. You're not a mod. You've never been on a panel, but all of a sudden you think that we should be friends. Well, who are you? And here's my thing. So let's just say this. Let's just say, Resto, these are people who are like, oh, I live in Arkansas. And I know that I saw you on Resto Chesto's platform. And I thought that you were really cute. And I thought, Resla, you was fine. And he said that you was his daddy. And I was thinking, oh my God, that's Resto's daddy. I want him to be my daddy. So I hit him up on the DMs and I flashed my hoo-ha on him on Discord. That's not what happens. It's everything besides flashing the hoo-ha. At least can we get to that part? They don't even do that. They don't even do that. Yeah, I saw you on Chesto's platform, and I know he said that you was his dad, and I was just wondering if you was his dad, because I never had a dad in my life, and I would really like to get to know you, from one dad to another dad, and I'm like, one dad to another dad? So are you a dad? No, I'm a mom. So, anything else? I'm not now. I'm waiting for the Yiddies. I don't get nothing. They just want to be friends. I don't even get no Yiddies. I don't get no Yiddies. I don't get no Clitty. I don't get nothing. And I'm like, ain't this some bullshit? So much for being a quote content creator. I don't get nothing. You got the wrong sub. Exactly. Now you know why I'm trying to back away from motherfuckers. Now you know why I'm backing away from motherfuckers, because I got the wrong subs. I got you said it yourself. I got the wrong subs because I'm not getting none of that shit. Easy said, which one of y'all did that? Yeah, oh yeah, skip the foreplay. Just tell me, you know what? It's wintertime. We was thinking about going up to watch the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center, and we was gonna stay, and then we was gonna come up again for New Year's Eve for the ball dropping, and I was just wondering if you was gonna drop that balls on me. I'd rather you get straight to the point. You said, "Are you free New Year's Eve?" Because I wanted to see the balls drop, and I wanted to see your balls drop on me. I'd rather you be straight the fuck up. I'd rather you be straight up. Do you really know Resto? Let's see. We talk online. We've been on platforms with each other. We've been in Vegas with each other. Yeah, I would say that I've met and know Resto. Okay, cool. Because I was just wondering, and because Resto would be saying like you his dad. And I just wonder if he was really his dad. I'm not really his dad, but he keeps saying that you his dad. And I was like, because I never grew up with a dad, and I don't wish I had some fatherly advice. I'm like, oh. Is that so? Yeah. I wish I had some fatherly advice, but I never really had it. So, how old are you? Oh, I'm so and so years old. Oh, okay, cool. So, why did you reach out to me on Discord? Well, he dropped. He said you said you had a Discord, so I reached on Discord. I thought it'd be a great idea to talk to you. And I'm like, so no Yiddies, no Clitties, no nothing. You're just trying to get some fatherly advice from someone who's not really a father, right? See, I get it all fucked up, Resto. I don't get the good ones. I don't. I get degular people. No one's sending me anything. I don't even get Bible verses, thank God. I get nothing. I get a shit ton of people on Discord that I'm like, block. Now look, we haven't talked for a while. Block. I don't even know what the fuck you want. Block. Like, it'd be nothing. I get nothing. Nothing at all. You got me, these motherfuckers talking about, yeah. And here's the thing, here's the funny part, folks. These motherfuckers was for a while talking about, yeah, when you Resla, when you cross 1,000, that's when all this shit happens, man. You cross 1,000, People be sending you the fucking giddies. People be fucking talking all this shit. They be trying to get a number, housewives, all this stuff. And you know what I say? Hey, Resto, that's why I haven't hit 1,000. God is trying to keep me clean. I don't know why. Ain't no one trying to send me no yiddies, no housewives, no cheaters, no nothing. That's why I don't have 100K. That's why he been skipping my numbers to make sure. He's like, I'm not even gonna have you hit 120 because I need your soul to stay the way it is. He knows I ain't shit, but for some reason, he definitely knows I ain't gonna be shit if I somehow hit over 1,000. Because apparently, you motherfucking serpents have already put it in the air that the moment I hit 1,000, all the wild shit's gonna happen. So I'm not worried about it. I don't even know who these people are. I got way more people sitting there on a non-read or blocked than anyone who I know. In fact, the majority of people that sitting there on that not read or blocked are people I do not know. And I'm like, why the fuck they even reached out? This is at the point where I look at their name, and the first thing I do now is I look at their servers. And if we're not even like in the same servers, you immediately get blocked. And I can only be thinking, what fucking blocked me? I just want to be friends with him. I just want to be friends with him. I just want to know what drawers he was wearing. I just want him to have a good night and not be thinking about his dick. And I'd be worried because it's probably a guy. So I gotta really be blocking people. In fact, let me go look at my Discord right now. Let me see how many people I've actually blocked up. It's been a while to put Discord on my desktop. You said God is saving me. If God is saving me, then it must be through the prayers of my girl, because it ain't for me. It definitely got my girl written all over it. Then she's the only one. She and her mom are the only ones really still praying for me. Let's see. We're gonna go up here to the friends group. Well, I got blocked a lot of people. Oh, people. Holy shit! I blocked a lot of people, and there are people who I know who have been on people's channels. Some have been content creators, but I don't see anyone who I talked to in a while. I don't even know who this is. What the fuck is EDC? What the fuck is EDC? Let's click on EDC. Holy shit. That's a lot of writing. What's going on EDC? I don't even know what the fuck this is. What the fuck is this? Who's EDC? They read a lot too. They read a whole lot of shit. I'm trying to decipher who this is. I have no idea who this is. Apparently, the way how they're talking, I knew who it was at one point for sure. They are making mountains of shit that they said. I have no idea. And this was back in February. Actually, the funny part about this, let me go look at the date because I'm pretty sure it's correct. February. This was after the Vegas shit. They sent me this on a Tuesday on the 11th. So this was after Vegas. But it doesn't look like they're not talking about Vegas at all. They're not talking about anything when it comes to Vegas. So it just has to do about way other shit. So they know who Forrest is because they just mentioned Forrest Gump. No idea what this is about. It's a whole lot. I can't read this. All right. I got a few other people. Shit, even Mel Pandora's on this list. Chris is on the list. Rage and Tomato. Who's this? I don't know who this is, but they got a lot of postings. Posting of their dog. I don't think I want to go through this. That dog look cross-eyed. Yeah. That dog is cross-eyed. I swear. So I don't even know what this is about. No, block. Chris is not blocked. Chris is up here, but I haven't spoken to Chris in a long time. Actually, Chris is currently playing. He's playing Dead Island 2. That's what it says. Chris is currently playing Dead Island. Damn, I still had Joshua Jones up here. See, Josh, I talked to a lot. Josh still got to sit up here. I don't even know what's going on. Oh my gosh, who's texting me? Somebody's texting me. Nope, it's notification. It's not a text. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a while ago. I know who this is, but I'm not going. Actually, I'm just gonna don't want to delete this. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I got so many things that just say deleted user because you guys are random motherfuckers that meet me. That's why I got rid of you, and then eventually you got rid of yourself. Called deleted user. Oh, I don't even know who this is, but I know what this was about. This was about the whole thing when it came to CJ. CJ had an issue with Mel, or was it Izzy, or I don't remember what it was, but that's what this was about. I just don't know who the user is because the user's gone already. And there are definitely way more people that I cut loose. Way more. There's a lot of people up here. A lot of people up here. I need to sift through and get rid of these conversations. I got a shit ton of people up here. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. Now this guy reached out. You idiot. Why would you do that? Now this guy, yeah, watch your mouth. What do you mean watch your mouth? And you gonna sit there and show all the devil faces. What the fuck you mean watch your mouth? Ain't nobody worried about you. Better sit your ass down in the corner somewhere. What are we talking about here? You said Lady Luck and CJ? Was that what it was? Lady Luck and CJ? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Lady Luck and CJ. You're right. Yeah. He spazzed out and he got her basically, what was it, demonetized or stricken or something like that? You're right. That's what it was. Damn, your memory is good. Your memory is good. I didn't give a fuck. You're right. It was that. Damn. I know. That's why I say you need to get with your guy and start playing fucking Joe in the background. You need to forget some shit. You need some real good memories. You need to forget all the silly drama shit. You need some good memories. This panel shit ain't worth it. I guarantee you, when you go to the grave, this panel shit is not going to be the thing that's on your mind. You're not going to be sitting here on your deathbed or at the old folks home to my, oh, I engaged in more fuckery on YouTube. You're not going to be thinking that. Go to your deathbed if you manage to have kids around or the old attending home who just the old attending person who's there wiping your ass or just looking for you to pass and I wish I spent more time on these panel verses. No one's gonna give a shit. It's not worth it. What new sector? What new sector? Nigga, what you was talking last time like you was quitting YouTube altogether. What are you talking about? What new sector? And if your new sector's about picking fights with motherfuckers, you know I'm not interested. I'm not gonna be up here arguing with grown ass men and dusty ass women. It's not in my cards. I would rather watch flies fuck. Not gonna lie to you. I would rather watch flies fuck than to deal with dusty women and dusty men. You wish you cuss my mofos out? You should have started already. Yeah, that's not happening either, Cam. I ain't taking no one's hand. That is not happening. If I don't know what it is, I got no reason to agree to it. That's just the way I feel. Not for nothing, we gonna hit the Tupac. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Not gonna happen. Especially on this internet shit. The only path I'm looking at right now is my path. And my path is gonna be a long, treacherous one because why? We're not speeding it up for bullshit. I said it already and I'll say it again. I would rather torch my entire channel than give in to doing shit that I would hate myself for. I'm not gonna hate myself. I love my here's the fun. I love myself in real life. I'm so selfish. I love myself too much to do something that I hate online. It can't happen. I'm sorry, it cannot happen. I'm sorry, not sorry. I love myself way too much to do something that I know would be detrimental to my soul. You said we'll talk in Discord. Okay. All right. You said you can't lie. We'll see about that. Hey, Cam, are you a real woman? This is how we gonna determine if you lie or not. Are you a real woman? If you are, needs to be an inspection. Are you a real woman? How do we know? Don't tell me that you can't lie. That's your fight. Yeah. Damn. You said price it. Do you have the receipt? Do you have the receipt? Because they have the receipt. Do you have the receipt? You got the receipt? If you got the receipt, you can post it. Post it to the DMs. I'll see the receipt. Listen, if you listen, all I gotta do, I gotta just look at the receipt. I'm like, oh, really? Is that what it is? Okay. Hey, hey, it looks like it happened back over here. It looks 2025. Okay, Dr. Miami. Okay, Dr. Miami. Oh, was that the Yetis? Was that the butt? The butt. Okay, well, it's a, services rendered is the whole QR code right over here. So apparently, Dr. Miami, we can just do the QR code and it lets us know what kind of what kind of pricing, what kind of surgery it was. So down here, so, was a coupon? You got a coupon on the job? There's a coupon code that says that you got a coupon that says, damn, you got that. I didn't even know there was a discount code on that. That was crazy. We got a fair price. Okay, and nothing here. Okay. Oh, and of course, user feedback. So they want feedback. They give you a little discount thing, so you can be able to log in to give your feedback. Like, anyways, then back to Resto. I know it's a sore subject. That healing time is a bitch. Anyway, so I hate Restless. Hey, I did nothing. I'm just saying. I just take my thoughts and I just run with it. That's all it is. That's all it is. I kid. I kid. I kid. I don't know what's going on. Oh shit. I just realized what time it is. It is almost gonna be 2. Um I need to relax before I see my day go by. I need to work on content, especially because I need to work on some other things for the future. And I would like to relax so I'm not sitting here just being online because if I don't do it, I might get pissed at the motherfucker at work when I go back to work day after tomorrow. Damn it, man. 2 yeah, so it's 140, almost 145 right now over on my side. That shit's crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy right now. But yeah, and I ain't trying to have a long time being up with you guys. And not that I have a problem with nothing, I'm tired or anything. I just want some time to myself. So I could just chill, whatever. But if anything, if you guys happen to be like on Discord, or I'll see you at your Discords, or I'll see you online at other people's spaces, we can do that as well. Just hit me up, let me know if you want to be one of these motherfuckers who just be hitting me up to my, hey Resla, I just want to talk. I just want to be friends with you because we're gonna talk about whatever. Okay, if you have, listen, I'm gonna say right now, if you have nothing to bring up outside of the fact that you say that you think that you have. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take some time and sort through these fucking old messages, and I'm gonna start deleting shit. So you motherfuckers that just want to reach out for the sake of reaching out. I don't know if you want to know my dick size. I don't think you want one day you might want to come through and get a hug or whatever. I don't know what the fuck what your thoughts are, but we gonna sort this shit out because I need to make sure I get rid of a whole lot of stuff because this is ridiculous. And at some point, well, what are we, Wednesday now? At some point, we're going to sort it out and we'll figure out what's going to be for the next stream for whatever. Outside of that, I'm going to leave you guys to it. And that's going to be it. I'm going to focus on my content so I can figure out some ways to make the show better. Remember, you say no foreplay, right? You say no foreplay. That's cool. But if you're going to have any foreplay, just remember, you need to sing some Joe. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next